This is where Borat's from. Pretty cool. Wouldn't go there. Reserved to that. Pretty reserved to it, I think. It's pretty much like Mongol culture, pretty much. Like, pretty much. I don't know, man. They did spread pretty far, and a lot of people did adopt their culture afterwards and claim carnate ancestry, whatever the fuck you want to say. Interesting to say the least. I'll take some chat, thank you. Partially correct. What was that? Video cannot be monetized. Video cannot be... Okay. There's quite a few reasons there. Fair enough. Just get all of it. What about the recent one? How many did that go? Is that music distracting in the background? Possibly. I gotta brush my fucking hair. Jesus. Absolute cunts, mate. Just gotta be on everything. No fun can be had on YouTube. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta make your own fun. That's not fun. Why is Berserk still niche? Nah, come on. Big time. It's big time. Oh, fuck. Well, might as well start off right, eh?
G'day guys,
1080p as well.
Here again.
Sick
So,
cunt.
Today,
let me brush my hair.
Richmond, which actually isn't too far from Penrith. Poor Penrith Panthers, they lost, and I lost too. I lost my bet. Anyway, that's another story. So I'm going to go into this place called Richmond Star.
That's not
House.
pleasant.
Now, I've been past this place a few times. It's just over the road here. I'm thinking about getting a snack pack. Now, they got a 4.2 star Google rating. Some pretty good reviews on there, of course, like anything. If it's not 5-star, there are some bad ones too.
That felt great.
I've gone
I feel
past
so
this
minty
place
fresh
a few times
now.
in my travels, and I've thought that place looks a bit scungy. Like, it doesn't look good.
We're down.
But then I was very surprised to see it at a 4.2 Google rating.
Am I pretty enough to you? Yeah, you want to
We'll go and check out inside.
Contol?
So guys,
what's up, Cesar Patrick? How you doing? I don't even know what Contol means.
Prices yet, so if it's too pricey, we may not do it. Let's go and check it out. See if this place is as scungy on the inside as it looks on the outside.
He said it was like a pork place. I don't fucking know. Pig out.
Part of the attraction is it doesn't look good, so
better be good. Oh, it looks decent inside. $5 for a lunch menu though. Or a lunch special. I don't trust that. Should I take it back? Does it look better brushed back? Just have it hanging out a little bit. Oh, look, I'm pretty. I'm sexy. You know Contol, right? No. Contol is.
that didn't work out.
Painful penis injuries? Is that what it is? Jesus. Or is it this guy? Paracontol? Cesar, what are you showing me, son? Is this it?
Kenyataan hukum di dalam negeri masih jelas gak bertaji. Kemarin ada saudaraku maling dihakimi, dipukuli dan dibakar sampai mati tanpa bukti dan tanpa ada penyelidikan. Nyawa melayang, hukum gak sebanding dengan kesalahan. Sedangkan korupsi.
No one's speaking English, so I'm worried because I'm in deep water here. I don't know how to swim. Savage. I don't even know what he's saying.
tercium. Tahukah kalian, wahai tuan-tuan, sekontol-kontolnya si kontol lebih kontol.
He's got attitude, but he doesn't have the flair, you know? Doesn't have that rapper flair. What the fuck? I put in a fucking thumbnail. You cunt. I absolutely did. Oh, why the fuck has it not come up? Oh, is it because it's got fucking guns in it? Are you joking? It's Ali G. Fuck's sake. How gay is that? I didn't even get a notification on it either. Go on. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gonna have to get another picture of Ali G, unfortunately. Where's a good one? Yeah, maybe this one up here, where he's like mid-sentence. Sasha. There you go. You look like Johnny the Monkey? No! Wait, he is actually world famous TV star of movie film, so not too bad. There we go. Did you like it, Cesar? Where are you from, by the way? Do you have any videos? I'm curious about you. Let's take a look. Cesar Patrick. I want to see your coop. Oh, that's not you. I thought for a second you were a bodybuilder, mate. I was fucking scared. I'm like, I don't have any more questions, sir. Where's your fucking channel? You can't. I don't like how far down I have to scroll. That means you haven't been working hard enough on YouTube's. This fucking sucks. I cannot find you, my friend. Oh, do I still have filters put on, maybe? Let us see. Relevance. Can I just look up a channel? Yeah. I want to see my buddy. I'm not seeing him. Why don't they show you, mate? I typed in the fucking name. Didn't I? I did. Oh, they're doing you fucking wrong, mate. They're putting you way down. I don't like that. That is actually really shit. What the fuck? Sad. Sad. If you ask me. Fuck, I know. This motherfucker. Can I go control meaning? Control meaning. It's a penis injury, right? An Indonesian taboo or adult word meaning a penis. In Javanese language, kontol originally means scrotum or testes. Welcome to the Indonesian, mate. Well done. I didn't think you guys had jokes. That's fucking cool. I like it. Where? Are you joking me? Why can I not put any fucking thumbnail on? Is it not set? What is the go? Fucking dog. Live. Look, it's blocked out again. Is it because of the gun? Change. Halloween. Put that then. Does that work? Probably not. It'll probably not change now because... Oh, now it fucking stays. Where you from, mate? Australia, mate. How about yourself? Indonesia, I imagine. See, why won't that work? Give me Sasha. Nah, won't let me. Is it because I put Borat 2 gay? He is. Borat 2 is shit. I really did not like it. I had to watch it earlier. I didn't have to. I chose to watch it earlier. Let me fucking... Jesus. Well, I guess that stream is just blocked out forever. Never gonna have a thumbnail. That's perfectly reasonable. I feel alright about that. I don't want to kill because of that. Alright. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring up Discord. Paste that. Sick con. Can't wait to see that whiteness come up. So good. It's not even fucking loading. Oh good, because there is no fucking thumbnail probably. Am I a Jew or a Christian? Neither. Definitely not Jewish though. Like, I know that for a fact. Because they claim that they're a tribe. So it's like, well, I'm definitely not part of the fucking tribe. I know that. If I had to go to the Holy Land and fight for a side though, Christians, mate. Definitely. Definitely. Halloween broadcast again? Oh, it's just been going for like 10 fucking hours.
I know when something is obstructing your way.
Okay. Huh. Spook City, mate. Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
How much is the price of LSD in there, mate? I don't know, actually. I guess it depends. It depends what kind you're getting. But, you know, everyone has a price. You can get it for fairly cheap, though, I think. I don't know. I haven't gotten much of it in my time.
Beautiful sunflower.
She likes it. Respect to the fucking artistry, mate. He don't. He don't understand it, though. Yeah, yeah. You know to be afraid, which you should. Are you Indonesian, mate? Or are you Muslim? Because you're from... I'm assuming you must be from fucking Java or some shit. I like this. Is this unsettling? It's not, is it? The last thing I want is for you to be unsettled. I'm from Kujek. The fuck is Kujek? You mean Kazakhstan? Don't even know what that fucking means. It doesn't have anywhere for it. Kuchek? Nah. I guess your country doesn't exist, mate. Not according to Google, at least. The place in your anus, man. Oh, I understand. I get it. Do you not like that I said Borat 2 sucked? Can I get Borat 2 up? Will it allow me to show? When you type in Borat 2, my fucking stream comes up. Jesus Christ, no wonder you found me so easily. You're already looking it up. I can't believe I'm so high up. Maybe it's just because it's my content, though. I can't believe I'm so high up. Maybe it's just because I'm playing my stream in the background now. Ten craziest things that happen in Borat 2. Oh yeah, alright. Fuck, I guess we'll go watch Mojo. They always tell me what to think. Phoebe, the best of the best. Sorry, I had something in my eye. I got Jelly Belly. Well, Kate got Jelly Bellies. I don't want to fucking eat the gross ones, so I'm going to be very selective about the ones I get. Fruit ones, fine. But that cinnamon, I don't fucks with that. Sir, I don't fucks with that. Don't even bring it in because I don't fucks with that.
Please note, this video will include spoilers. What moment from Borat's subsequent movie film made you cringe the hardest? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. All the faxes.
I need to make a contact with my premier, Nazarbayev. I must inform him of some news. Okay? What do you want to say? What's up?
I hated that. I hated it so much. Because, like, I get that he was in America for a few years, but whenever he speaks to his daughter, even though his daughter's never fucking left Czechoslovakia or wherever the fuck they're from, they're always speaking in English. She speaks, like, perfect English. I'm like, why? Why does she? She's just some peasant girl. No one else in Borat's village speaks English.
Simple one. Go to America and present Mike Pence with Johnny the Monkey as a gift on behalf of Kazakhstan. When his daughter throws a wrench in the proceedings, however, he's forced to break it to the premier of Kazakhstan the only way he knows how, by fax. Going to a local copy shop, Borat begins a painfully lengthy exchange with the store employee serving as the
It's not really that painfully lengthy, to be completely honest with you, Watch Mojo. Like, it's spaced out. It's just not very funny. I think that's why you found it painful.
man. They communicate about as efficiently as people text.
What did he write?
He sent you a bunch of angry faces.
Over the course of the faxing exchange, however, the discussion veers into some intense and downright criminal territory. And yet the aging employee never bats an eye. Not even when the premier accidentally faxes a rather...
I think, you know, he's probably like 60 at the most. I think he probably has heard of Borat before. And he knows they're filming a movie. Obviously, he's not going to be that... People are actually acting like Borat just like the first one didn't happen. Like it didn't make him instantly fucking recognizable. Sad.
Private picture intended for someone else.
Not for you. I was sexting my sister.
Number 9. Borat does the pandemic. About 2/3
What do you think about John Jones and Khabib? Who the real GOAT, mate? To be honest, probably Khabib. I mean, out of those two, without question, I would say, as opposed to, like, I would think. No, because John Jones, like, obviously different weight classes, so you can make an argument for which one's, I guess, more powerful, whatever the fuck you want to say. But, yeah, no. I think Khabib, because all of his wins have come under less, far less scrutiny. His wins are, as far as I know, from everyone that I've seen, his wins are always clean. Whereas John Jones has been, you know, caught quite a few times going for eye pokes, and people could say it's not intentional, but, you know, there's actually a counter somewhere of all the, I guess, faults or all the illegal shit that John Jones has done over the years. You know, people talk about the fucking 12-6 elbow and shit like that, and I can see it somewhat in the athletic commission's eyes why they wouldn't want to have that, but I don't see it as that brutal of a move if you consider what else is legal in the UFC. But definitely there has been eye poking, there has been like fucking groin shots and shit like that.
thirds of the way into the film, COVID-19 hits.
I search in nearby village. But for some reason, the streets were completely empty.
Borat walks the streets confused until he meets a local man who brings him up to speed on the lockdown.
Hello, where is everybody? I do not see anybody on the street.
Everybody's at home. They're telling them to stay inside so they don't spread this virus.
Varsh.
There's a virus?
Yes.
Borat being Borat, he immediately imposes himself on the man and asks to go home with him. It's a funny bit that you expect to result in an uncomfortable but brief exchange.
No.
Despite his hosts having
I've seen the fucking trailer 600 times. What are you talking about? It's been playing on without end on Twitch for the last like 3 fucking weeks.
It's a thoroughly wild ride. Borat makes himself at home, takes the fight to COVID, and manages to find some extremely off-putting common ground with his new roommates.
I'm from Indonesia, mate. Nice cunt. Where, like, Java, specifically. Why American people hate Democrats now. Indonesian people here very much like Obama and hate Trump. Well, I mean, Indonesian people may not be the best judge. You guys did kill, like, 1 million communists. You know? But, it's not so much that they hate the Democrats. I mean, they say that they hate the Democrats, but it's more so the negative face of the Democrats, just like people say that they hate the racists and all the rest of that voted for Trump, but there are plenty of people who voted for Trump that aren't fucking racist. People in America have a tough time seeing things in black and white. In grey. They're far better just seeing one side as the good guys and one side's bad. But it completely dehumanizes everyone, leading to the shit that, you know, some people, I'd say most, in America are saying that they want to fight against. Because, like, no one actually wants Nazis to fucking take over America. I mean, sorry, these fucking jelly beans. In the grand scheme of the population, it's not like most Americans wouldn't fucking fight back and would just join, like, a Nazi uprising. People are being ridiculous when they think that that's actually the case. Just like most people wouldn't join some Antifa fucking war with the US government, at least not a good enough amount of the population for them to actually do anything.
It's all absurd, but doubly so when you remember that Sacha Baron Cohen is supposedly the only one acting. Number 8, the debutante ball. As part of Borat's plan to make nice with the leaders of America, he gives his daughter Tuta a complete makeover.
Idea of a hair.
Okay.
This one. Nice one.
This is actually a gentleman.
This is a man.
Yes, sir.
Taking her dress shopping into a beauty salon, Tuta is given a craft...
I don't know why Borat is supposed to be so retarded that he doesn't know the difference between a man and woman. I know that his wife is supposed to be ugly and he says that she looks like a bear in the first one, but she still is a woman, you know, like, I don't know. I think that there's too many cheap jokes in the new Borat, and it doesn't feel like it's got the same sort of passion behind it as the first. You know, I don't feel like Sacha Baron Cohen is really having that much fun. I just think that whether he wants to make a political statement or whether he just wants to fucking make some money, that he's just putting this out for the sake of it. He was probably offered a lot of fucking money for it.
...and ladylike behavior before partaking in a debutante ball. When Borat brings up her moon blood, we should have known that we were being set up for something shocking.
We're able to do a lot of things.
Shocking doesn't mean good, by the way. Can I just stress that? Like, it doesn't mean that you're a good comedian just because you can say shocking shit.
While the dance makes a big impression, the conversation Borat has with a local father is arguably more upsetting.
How much you think my daughter is worth?
$500.
Ooh, thank you.
Borat's misogyny is pretend, but what about the people around him?
The daughter is embarrassed because he's clearly being filmed, but like, he's joking, for fuck's sake. Let the man have some fun. Jesus Christ. I knew that was, when I actually watched it tonight, I knew that was specifically set up just to, you know, if that guy plays along, then he looks bad as a result.
Tuta's speech.
So no matter what Borat and his daughter do, it's not as shocking as, oh, look, this is what Americans are like. Alright.
Is one of the most horrific pieces of literature, fake or otherwise, we've ever seen.
And it's deliberately trying to be as fake, not fake, as raunchy as possible.
Your daddy is a liar. My daddy is the smartest person in the whole flat world. I can't say nothing about that.
And after a meeting with the Republican Women's Club, Borat's daughter finally
What's up,
takes
buddy?
her
How you doing?
self-discovery into her own hands. She has less success, however, when she attempts to share with the other women at the event.
So, come with me. Come with me. Let's run away from our daddies.
When public speaking, it's important you
You
play
don't
to
even,
your audience.
he didn't even
And this
play the
one
part that
did
was
not
actually
have
supposed to be the joke in this.
Number 6, Borat's performance as
Goddamn.
Country Steve.
Are you Country Steve? You bet yes, I am. Great.
Videos of Country Steve actually circulated back around the time that Sacha Baron Cohen was filming this stunt. They
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Everyone has a fucking phone.
created quite the uproar on both sides.
Don't sniff my
Many people
jelly
were
beans,
shocked
cunt.
by what the comedian
You're not
could
getting
get the
any.
crowd to sing along to. Some people in attendance, however, argued that they were being misportrayed and clearly were not impressed.
They're fucking having
His
fun though. Who gives a
lived his
shit?
life filming this particular stunt.
Oh my
Regardless,
god.
There's really no arguing with the results. While
So, mate, how you doing, brother? What's going on, front stop?
Inspires everyone in the crowd. There's still a fair amount of people following his lead.
Why can't you have a bit of fun? I don't get it. You can't joke around.
In this case, even partial participation conveys a scary message.
Oh, fuck off. Thought this was supposed to be a comedy, mate.
Crashing the Republican convention. There are a lot
How you
of
doing, son?
detours in Borat's second journey to America, but what kicks off this misadventure is Borat's government-mandated mission to offer a gift to Vice President Mike Pence. And wouldn't you know it, despite the odds, Borat actually manages to do it. He kicks off the encounter in fine form by entering in full KKK robes, complete with a hood.
I'm Stephen Miller. Sorry I'm late.
The fact that he even made it to the washrooms in this horrific...
I'm just... Look, okay, look, I don't want to be that guy, but... The Democrats were the ones who kind of created the KKK. Just saying. You know, mate, in Indonesia, we make a joke about skin color and everyone doesn't get butthurt, is that what you mean? About the joke and makes it funnier. Maybe in many countries that joke is very sensitive. I don't accept that, though. Because I don't think that the fact that someone overreacts... The fact that one person or even a few people overreact to the joke means that the joke itself can't be said. You can not laugh if it's not funny, but I don't think any country has the right to just police people's ability to have fun. You can disagree. You can say, oh, that wasn't very funny or whatever the fuck. But, you know, the idea of actually not, like, you aren't allowed to say that joke is just baffling to me. That's like science fiction, mate. I can't imagine that shit. Or like medieval times, maybe.
offensive getup.
No, because even the jester got to fucking talk shit.
Quickly wipes that one from memory.
I needed to get Tutar to Pence, the only man that Trump would trust. But who does Pence trust?
Dressed in a costume of POTUS, he fights his way through the
POTUS? Why do they say that?
Over his shoulder,
the president.
Actually gets the chance
it's not hard.
Her to the VP from the crowd.
Michael Bennett! Michael Bennett! I brought the girl for you!
Number 4, the plastic surgeon. For all the politically charged shenanigans in this film, Borat arguably gets the best.
God, they're making in 12 minutes and 12 and a half minutes, they're making this hour and a half long movie seem even fucking longer. I've got the film downloaded on my hard drive at the moment. If I made a mega link, would you watch it? Would I want it? I've already, you can put, like, by all means, man, put it on the fucking, Discord, but I already watched it tonight, because I've got, Prime. There we go. Yeah, so, I had the displeasure of rewatching it. And you know what the shittiest fucking thing, or watching it, the shittiest thing about it too, was the fact that Borat 1 is hidden behind a fucking paywall, mate. You have to pay, I think, $1 to rent it. Why not just make it free? Aren't you trying to promote this fucking movie? You know why? Because they didn't want the first one to overshadow this by a mile, because it's clearly fucking better. Seriously. What did I think? I hated it. I actually, there are a couple of parts where I, you know, but for the most part, it's just such a desperate attempt to make another Borat movie just for the sake of making some money and just slapping together, like, Trump-related humor. This one will not age. Guaranteed. It will not age the same that the first Borat did.
Material by just talking to ordinary people. Case in point, this repulsive exchange with a plastic surgeon. Borat brings Tuta in to meet with the doctor about various possible procedures. Borat and his daughter hardly need to put in any effort to elicit anti-Semitic remarks.
You can do that. Yes.
As if that's not enough, when asked about his sexual...
The guy, he asked, Sacha Baron Cohen asked him, you know, are there people with, like, big Jew noses, whatever the fuck, that come in here? He was being honest. There are. But
attraction to Tuta,
it's like the only purpose of this is just to, like, shame the people that they actually talk to. It's like, oh, look at this raunchy thing that this person said, as if, like, you know, none of them could possibly know who Borat is. None of them can possibly see the camera and know that he might be having some fucking fun at their expense. I mean, tell me, like, come on. you listen to his voice and it pretty much sounds like fucking Borat, would you be like, oh no, that couldn't possibly be, even though it kind of looks like him, just with really shitty fucking hair and makeup?
Goes a step further, crossing a line that you won't believe even after repeat viewings.
Would you make a sex attack with me?
If your father was not here,
Can you show me some hot Aussie girls, mate? You want me to just pull them out of thin air?
Also get some very uncomfortable negotiation tactics courtesy of Borat over the price of the
Watch
surgery.
Bondi Rescue, mate, I guess. You might see some.
In to watch the surgery. Can we have reduction? You can keep the money that they pay you.
Absolutely not.
Number 3, the Pregnancy Crisis Clinic.
Look at that face.
I understand.
How could I not give it
I
to her?
understand.
Would you have not given
I
it to her?
understand.
Speaking of casual anti-Semitism, how about this custom cake?
And maybe a smiley face underneath.
Okay.
To put him in a good mood. Thank you.
This woman is supposed to be like fucking evil for putting this on a cake as well. He probably paid like $100 for that fucker in the first place. And like, once again, there is a camera there, no question. This woman knows she's being filmed. You know what pissed me off the most? And I don't care if this is a spoiler for anyone who wants to watch Borat 2. Azamat gets killed, mate. He's killed off in between the movies. And they make a couch out of him that shows his dick, like right near where Borat was sitting. I was like, that is such a fucking shitty thing to do, man. But if you look up, Azamat. If you look up an interview with him, he actually talks about the fact that most likely Sacha Baron Cohen just didn't like his character overshadowing him in the first one, I guess. Which, I'm not going to say that he did, but Azamat, I think, was just as popular in a lot of ways as Borat. You know, maybe not by name as much, but I don't think a lot of people knew Azamat's name. Pretty popular. I agree. Well, shit, I'll scare some up then.
Of course, the film was a huge success, and
sorry.
really got you elevated as an actor, and of course, everybody loves Azamat. Like, who doesn't? If you don't know Azamat, you don't know anything.
Apparently, Sasha doesn't love Azamat. I don't know. They told me that Sasha was doing a small film. No, Sasha was doing a big film, and there's a small part in it for the two of us. And I said, I don't want to reprise the character unless we're doing Borat 2. And they said, no, it's not Borat 2. It'll never be Borat 2. It's never happening. I said, okay, then what are you offering me to do this small part? They offered me a very little amount of money. And in the first movie, I only made $60,000. And all they wanted to do was pay me a little more than that. And I thought, I don't want to reprise the character, because they made me sign papers a year and a half ago that it was a different movie and it's a different concept and I said,
sorry,
no,
I'm just
I
listening.
Want to do Borat too. That's what I was promised. That's what I want to do. And so I didn't jump on board, and then it comes out that it's Borat 2. I just hope it's half as funny as the first one, because the reactions that I'm getting are not funny, more borderline of God, that's disgusting. So,
wait, sorry, what was that? What he's seen?
I just hope it is.
That I'm getting are not funny, more borderline of God, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I do agree that the majority of the film itself seems to center around shock humor, and just sort of shock humor for the sake of it. Obviously, there's the hotel scene with the fucking dildo with Azamat and Borat in the first one, but the film itself doesn't just purely rely on that to sell the rest of the entertainment value for it. There's plenty of other fucking jokes outside of just that make the film great. Whereas in the second one, it's really, from what I've seen, well, from what I watched, which was the whole thing, it really hammers home just like anti-Trump shit, and doesn't really have the same kind of entertainment value as the first. I mean, if I'm just thinking about political shit the entire time, then I'm not gonna have a fun fucking time watching a movie. Okay.
So, I personally thought
Yum food.
Incest was not a good place to go. I didn't understand why, but I'm half my papers out, and I don't understand why. He does his own thing. He really doesn't like. He's not into buddy movies, so
Yeah, because he wants to be the fucking star. Because when Ali G was on and all that sort of shit, he was the star. Well, he did the Brothers Grimsby, but he fucking did that with Mark Strong of all people, who is already a, you know, I guess equally famous actor as him. Should we say? Can we say? He would definitely look down on Ken Division. Yeah, I think so at least. I don't want to get flagged by Stephen Colbert. Let me go to my live screen. How you doing, boy? Did he learn Kazakhstani for this? I don't want to get flagged for that, because this is the actual, that's the good Borat, so that's definitely just waiting to get flagged.
You're welcome. The employee working behind the counter doesn't seem fazed in the slightest by the request.
How you doing?
But this is all just a big setup for one of the film's most awe-inducingly insane moments. After swallowing a plastic baby while eating a cupcake, Tuta wants to have it removed. You see where this is going? They wind up at the...
You hear that fake, like, you see, like, just trying to induce laughter? Oh, I know that bitch sat there fucking stone-faced the entire time.
pregnancy crisis clinic, where they meet with a pastor.
She wants it out now, please. Right. Can you take it out?
Leaning into their limited English, father and daughter tell the doctor that Tuta has a baby in her, it hurts, she's 15 years old, she wants it out, and her father gave it to her.
I was just trying to give my daughter pleasure, and next thing I know, there's a baby inside her.
And despite everything, the pastor repeatedly puts a positive
What,
spin on
you
the
want food?
situation, making
Fat
pro-life
boy?
the only option.
Now that you know that I am her father, can we take...
Pro-life, the only option. I think he's still probably going to call the police, right? I hope he does, at least.
Take it out now, please.
God is the one who creates life, and God doesn't make accidents.
Number 2, the synagogue visit. What begins as arguably the most offensive scene in Borat 2 is also a
It's really not a fucking good scene either. I just like these old ladies because they're very sweet. They even made me change my opinion on Jews.
Yug Shalom.
He then dresses up in a costume that's a composite of all the most offensive and hateful Jewish stereotypes.
Ugh.
Upon entering the house of worship, however, he meets a very sweet elderly Jewish woman who fundamentally undermines his xenophobia.
Listen.
It's not xenophobia. It's fucking... It's Jew hating. It's pure. Alright. Let me put Cowboy on while I go feed Cass. You can enjoy the patty melt. Ah, fuck.
Well,
sorry, Cesar. It's not fucking, it's not halal, I don't think.
now we're gonna do it to the Whataburger. I'd like to try your patty melt, ma'am.
Patty melt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, $6.74 out the window.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
Well, here we go, folks. Patty melt time is coming from the Whataburger. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the backyard on a little bit of a breezy afternoon it is, but what are we talking about? That old classic that used to come from a lot of diners. What is it? A patty melt. We're gonna do it cowboy style, and we're even getting a little inspiration and doing sort of a remake of a Whataburger patty melt. You folks in Texas and some parts of Oklahoma, y'all know what I'm talking about. My brother Randy swears it is the best burger in the whole United States. Now, most of the time, the patty melt was served on rye bread. Okay, now, some of you folks out there are going to be hollering at me, but the cowboy does not like rye bread. We're going to use a big old thick monster piece of Texas toast like we did when you seen the what, Shan? What was it? The grilled cheese sandwich on the grill. Now, they'll have you a link up there to where you can find it, but it was some good eating. What is the next thing you really got to have if you're going to do a patty melt? You've got to have some caramelized onions, and I'm talking a bunch of them. So let me get over here to the Hasty Bake, make sure that skillet is hot, and we'll get after it. Now, folks, this is probably the longest cook time in this recipe that you're going to have, and it's about 15 to 20 minutes. If you're doing it in the house, preheat your skillet over some medium heat. I want you to take 2 tablespoons of butter. I am using some of that Kerrygold, which y'all have seen me use many times. And while we're doing that, I want you to see how thinly sliced them little onions are, because that's going to let them caramelize a little quicker. Now, I use 2 medium-sized onions. If you got a great big honking onion, that might be enough. But I just need you to put all them in there, and we're just going to let them just lay in there, and we're going to keep stirring them and mashing them up and flipping them over to where we get a good brown color to them, and they're good, brings out all that sweetness right to the top, and we need it, and we're going to get a little crisp. Now, folks, I want to stress to you, don't be in no hurry here. If you're thinking I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make this at 6 and we're going to eat at 6:30, probably ain't going to happen.
What the fuck is this? Well, it's just cowboy can Rollins. What's up, lame doodler?
Really good and crisp.
I believe that means something a little different in my country.
In there, and I want them to be golden brown.
There is supposed to be a fat man there, but he is currently missing. Yeah, sorry, I had to feed my cat and then I decided to feed myself. I didn't want to subsist on fucking jelly beans tonight.
My mother taught me a long time ago when you was trying to caramelize some onions.
I can talk more about Borat too if you want.
A little faster and quicker.
I'm going to talk about Borat too.
Apple cider vinegar in there.
Oh,
give them a quick stir.
Fancy boy, huh? Fucking city boy over here.
Vinegar.
Apple cider.
I do take apple cider vinegar.
Disgusting. Never liked it.
Wonderful drug it is.
You can eat it if you want.
Folks,
drink
I would
it
say
if
them
you
is
want.
some caramelized onions.
Has he made the patty melt yet? Is he even started on the fucking patty? He has not started on the patty whatsoever.
Spoons of butter.
Those onions are gonna be pretty fucking cold by the time we get around to this.
Will they both fit in? But folks, we gotta have some more of them.
That's a big fucking boy. Jesus Christ, Ken.
So
I know that's for you and the missus, but nonetheless.
Shan has always been a fond of.
I didn't know Sarah Lee made bread either. Huh.
So
interesting.
Geometrically speaking, it goes right just like that.
Texas toast too, very nice. Well, it's not toast, is it?
Help things toast better, taste better. And I don't know if y'all have ever done it. A little dab of mayonnaise right here on.
I know that my fucking food is about to be done. Give me a quick old second. You guys want to find out about chili dogs?
Frankly, there's nothing more to say than
give me a moment.
And we're making our own chili. It'll be easy. I should clarify that. We're making our own hot dog chili. And there's a difference to me. What is it? Excuse me.
Sam.
Thank you. Regular chili has beans, big chunks of onions, tomato pieces, pepper pieces, that kind of stuff. To me, hot dog chili is finely ground beef in the chili sauce.
All right.
That's kind of it.
Try and get my fucking
there's a little
space
bacon
in
in
order.
mine, who really cares? But it's meant to be just a
It's cool, Sam. I want to keep talking about Borat.
amazing kind of thing on top.
Just get this out of my mind.
Don't be afraid of me.
But please don't eat me alive.
She greets him with compassion, a meal, and a willingness to look
And a
past
kiss?
his hate and fear in the name
I
of
think she does
empathy
kiss
and
him.
human
Oh, look, she
connection.
does.
You see, I give you a kiss and you're still alive.
For now I am, but maybe the venom take longer.
Oh, come on, you will.
She doesn't look that old, too.
It's a
She says she's
truly
in the
remarkable
Holocaust. How
scene
fucking
in
young
more
were you?
ways than one.
Let's make love instead of war.
Hold on, one step at a time, Judy.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Buying a cage for Tuta.
What can I help you with?
Yeah.
I prepare my daughter for market.
It's not.
And I am looking for a...
It's just not. enjoyable. I'm sorry.
Before I make commencing my mission, I return to my village in order to give kiss to my sons and make sexy time with my wife.
The sugar baby exchange.
How old do you like them?
Yeah, I just don't remember anything. Can
Before
you
we
go...
continue, be
Let's
sure
just
to
go
subscribe to
regular
our channel
Borat.
and ring the bell
Watch
to get notified
Mojo.
about our latest videos. You'll
Watch
have the
Mojo. I
option
thought
to
it
be
was a
notified
popular
for
series.
occasional videos or
Are you
all of
joking?
them.
Original
If you're
Borat doesn't have any Watch Mojo shit? Cringiest Sacha Baron Cohen moments. You really got nothing in the original Borat moment? Oh, top 10 what the fuck Sacha Baron Cohen moments. Again. The American one already did it. Why would I want the UK one to do it? Alright.
What type of dog is this?
This is a tortoise.
Is this a cat in a hat?
No.
it's a tortoise and a shell.
He's rude, crude, and occasionally nude.
Oh.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
Didn't want an English
and today
guy.
We'll be counting
Can't
down our
fucking
picks for
stand
the
an
top
English
10
guy.
cringiest Sacha Baron Cohen moments.
Head, shoulders, not the toes, not the toes.
Fire!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so
Did
be
you guys
sure to
ever watch
subscribe
that,
to our channel and ring the bell to
what
get
is it? This is
notified about
America?
our latest videos.
That's the
For
Donald
this
Glover
list,
clip.
we've looked at
I actually can't remember. But, that America series on fucking TV that Sacha Baron Cohen did. I watched like a couple of episodes of it. It was okay, from what I remember.
the British
At
comedian's
most, okay.
weirdest, wackiest, most controversial, and downright hard to watch escapades.
No, agreement not necessary.
Number 10, breaking the bread with Republicans. Who is America? With the political tensions in America reaching a staggering high, only someone like Sacha would have the
Sorry, there you go. Who is America? I was very close.
testicular fortitude to antagonize everyone from the far right to the far left.
The far right. Just being a Republican makes you the far right.
In this particular segment from his new show, he adopts the persona of a gender studies professor to meet Republican delegates in their family home.
My son, Harvey Milk, is not allowed to urinate standing up.
Despite the pleads from Mrs. Thompson,
That
her
is a little
husband
odd.
is barely able to hold back his judgment throughout the segment, with talk of encouraging his daughter to free bleed on the American flag,
Ugh.
to dealing with a
Just
heartbreaking
free bleeding in
romance
general.
between
Just
his wife
fucking plug it
and
up. Come on.
dolphin.
Who wants, like, I don't want shit leaking out of my ass.
By
Darwin. I don't
Number
use a
9,
plug to do
interviewing
that,
a
but I'm just saying
feminist.
if I did.
The Ali G Show. As Ali G, Baron Cohen regularly breaches topical issues in controversial
As a
ways.
feminist, she
But
actually
this
was pretty
interview
tame
with
for the most part.
feminist
She
author
completely
Naomi
disagreed
Wolf
with him, but
sees the comic character let
It was
loose.
dope.
Do you think that women should have equal rights in the workplace?
Yeah, do you?
Well, ain't there the problem that if they start getting them there, then they're going to start asking for them at home?
Whether it's the offensive
It's a worry.
questions, misogynistic opinions,
His
or
lame doodle is
simply
still
his
there. Did he
uncouth
fuck off?
demeanor,
My
Ali G
man.
represents
My man.
everything Wolf is against.
Women like me,
For Will.
you know, have to sell sex in order to
For Will.
eat, you know, in order to look after their children, and
But
there's
if
nothing
you did,
sadder.
you would make loads.
She's left bewildered.
Well
and
done to
visibly
her too.
shocked
She
by
looked good.
almost everything he says.
Honey.
And though we all know
Sweetie.
it's a wind-up, the conversation gets increasingly and excruciatingly awkward to watch.
I ain't calling her a bitch, I was calling her my
My
bitch.
bitch, I'm sorry, okay.
Number 8, dropping in on Eminem. MTV Movie Awards. Sacha usually has something up his sleeve when it comes
I remember
to
it being
award
popular.
shows,
Was it?
but he
Does it
truly
really matter
outdid
that much?
himself at the MTV Movie Awards in 2009.
This wasn't in the movie either. Could have been. They'd done it.
Entering the
just a
auditorium
little
on
bit
a
earlier.
wire and in
Later?
character as
Yeah.
the title star of his latest movie Bruno, the stunt soon took a turn for the worse.
That could have been
with
how he
Eminem
fell from
getting
grace
a
instead of that
face
fashion show. But I guess he, Funky Side was a fashion show, fashion television
The
show.
rapper later claimed to be in on the gag, but going by the reactions of everyone else, the rest of the crowd certainly were not.
Hey, don't touch me, guys! I've already got a boyfriend! Hey, guys, let's continue
God
this
damn,
show
his
out
full
there.
arsehole is on
Number
display.
7, Rodeo
Black guys don't like the
Anthem,
gays all that
Borat.
much.
Duping feminists and rap stars is one thing, but Baron Cohen stepped up his game for this famous Borat scene by taking on a rowdy crowd of more than 4,000 rodeo-loving Americans.
Can I say first, We support your war of terror.
After declaring his support
Close
for the
enough to
war on
terror to just,
the
like,
Kazakh
slip
character
by, you
seems
know?
to get the spectators on his side, but then he ups the ante until he almost incites a riot by rehashing the national anthem.
Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world. All other countries.
I don't remember this inciting riot, sorry.
It's easily one of Baron Cohen's most infamous moments.
I remember them
with
not
the
liking
incident
it, but
even
they're
making
not
the
jumping the
local
fucking
news.
railing or anything. They're just booing him.
Number 6, Cage Fight Love. Bruno. From almost causing a riot to actually causing one. We're with Bruno again at the finale of his
They were gonna
film,
fuck each
and the
other, I think.
flamboyant character reunites with
Just
his
like full
boyfriend for a
penetration.
scene
That would've
filled with
been-
passion and intimacy.
Good? Oh god. Would have proven their love for each other.
Unfortunately for them, they're surrounded by nearly 2,000 locals who had turned up ready for a red-blooded cage fight. Baron Cohen and his
Fully
co-star
covered in
were
beer.
quickly
Oh,
pelted with
okay,
beer cups
okay.
and broken ringside.
That fucking chair does nearly hit the bottom, whatever that guy's name is,
2,000 locals
in the fucking
who had
head.
turned up ready for a red-blooded cage
Wait
fight.
for it. Look, he goes down, and that chair like just barely misses his fucking head.
Baron Cohen and his co-star were quickly pelted with beer cups and broken ringside chairs as onlooking macho men were brought to tears. Makes for a funny story though.
The footage went everywhere, and Bruno became uber-famous.
Number 5, Modern Art. Who is America?
How long were you incarcerated?
No, not that long. About 21 years. So.
Back again with his latest series, as we're introduced
I remember
to
this
yet
character
another of his
somewhat.
characters,
Not much.
Rick Sherman, an ex-con with a passion
I gotta
for
watch this
creating
series
art
again,
after
see if
his
this
own
is better than
bodily
Borat
waste.
2.
Here he meets
Might
an
be.
art consultant to
Probably not.
pitch his new works to, even bringing samples and horrifying tales.
He loved it. He tried to stab me because he said, "What, you done this with your shit?"
The segment is already hard to watch before Rick is hit with inspiration and comes back with a new piece. But the true cringe-inducing moment is when he manages to convince said consultant to supply him with a strand of her pubic hair
Whoa.
to add to his collection. The lengths people will go to for art, eh?
It's not necessarily art, it's
I feel embarrassed to even ask.
I offered. You didn't ask.
Number 4, The Elephant.
She just likes tough
the
guys.
Brothers Grimsby. Sasha doesn't have to be meddling in mockumentaries to create outrageous moments, and this scene for Grimsby is one you won't.
Once again, outrageous doesn't mean fucking good. Don't use that as a synonym for good. Okay?
Forget in a hurry.
You're gonna follow me, and you're gonna do exactly what your big brother says. Hurry! Come on.
Grimsby
Baron Cohen
was
plays
better than
Bobby
the
Butcher,
fucking detective,
football
the
hooligan
dictator,
older
sorry,
brother
the
to
detective.
Mark Strong's MI6 agent, Sebastian. Here the pair are trying to outrun some gunmen, so Nobby finds an unconventional place to hide.
Oh god, this is disgusting.
But although the bad guys lose their trail,
It'd sting pretty
the brothers
fucking bad,
have
I
another
imagine.
big problem on their hands.
Those are African elephants
It's
too, so
graphic,
they are quite big.
relentless, and Mark Strong must be wondering if Hollywood's all it's cracked up to be.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Number 3, award show shocker, Britannia Awards. As we've seen, Baron Cohen has history with award show stunts, and this is an acceptance speech
What
unlike
was-
any other.
What was the Charlie Chaplin related fucking
It's
stunt?
graphic, relentless, and Mark Strong must be wondering if Hollywood's all it's cracked up to be.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I didn't know
Number
that
3, award show
he was
shocker,
173.
Britannia Awards. As we've seen, Baron Cohen has history with...
What? BAFTA Los Angeles. This is Charlie Chaplin. That has to be in the 1930s. How the fuck is that Sacha Baron Cohen? Or anything related to him?
with award show stunts, and this is an acceptance
I know he was
speech
talking about the
unlike
MTV
any
thing
other.
before. What the fuck does that have to
Please
do with it
welcome
though?
this year's honoree for the Charlie Chaplin Britannia Award for Excellence in Comedy,
Okay.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
We didn't have to show
On
Charlie
stage
Chaplin
to receive
before.
the 2013 Charlie Chaplin Britannia Award for Excellence in Comedy, the presentation supposedly involves an 87-year-old actor who starred with Chaplin as a kid.
This is Charlie's actual cake from City Lights. This is for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
But the special guest is soon at the center of apparent tragedy when Sasha slips and kills her. The whole thing's a prank, of course, but he had his going for a second there. Number 2, interviewing a terrorist.
How did he
Bruno.
fucking...
It would become famous.
Oh yeah,
by
what? I
getting
remember watching
kidnapped.
Bruno just the
Sasha's
other day.
made
This
a
was
career
not
out
fucking
of
in
pushing
it.
the boundaries for comedy, but this Bruno interview seemed to seriously overstep the mark. The
Do you
scene
think
sees
they
Bruno
just thought
talk
he was
with a
German?
supposed member of a dangerous
Instead of any
terrorist
kind of,
group,
you know,
but the man
Nancy
has
White.
no such links.
Can I give you guys a word of advice? Lose the beards, because your King Osama looks like a kind of dirty wizard or a homeless Santa.
With Sasha maintaining the facade for the promo trail as well, the outraged interviewee reportedly received death threats and eventually filed a lawsuit against Baron Cohen for
Wait, the
defamation
Mustachio
of
Man?
character. A settlement was agreed in 2012.
It's not like he agreed with it.
Get out now.
Number 1, Naked Hotel Wrestling. Borat.
Oh yeah,
It's probably
this is
Sasha's
the
most memorable
cringiest
scene,
moments.
and easily his cringiest.
I didn't
And nothing
cringe.
shows the all-out insanity
Fell in
of
love.
Borat better than this moment. Enraged when his producer pleasures himself over pictures of Pamela Anderson, the crazed Kazakh launches a no-holds-barred naked attack. And the full-on fight can't be contained to just one hotel room, as the action moves from the corridors to the foyer, and to a conference...
The way that it's actually set up in the story excuses them being naked for it just being the sake of shock value. You know, it's actually written into the story, I mean, fairly cleverly to fit the actual plot of it,
It's room
I think.
packed with bewildered onlookers. Little did they know they were watching classic comedy in the making.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and...
Sacha Baron Cohen is a genius? Is it only going to show early shit? Show me.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Who is America has just hit our TV screens, igniting the public consciousness with its controversial statements on the current political landscape of America. However,
don't
this
care.
isn't Sacha Baron Cohen.
Politics
This bloke has
fucking
been pulling
gay.
this shit since the late 90s, and through his film and television repertoire has defined brand new ways of telling stories, making us laugh and revealing the true ugliness of our world. Sacha Baron Cohen is an auteur in a new genre in comedy, and I believe that makes him a genius. But you're probably asking yourself how a man
I mean,
mostly known for
in the way that
gratuitous
someone who
stitches
can
and
count a
adopting
bunch of toothpicks if they're
stereotypical
dropped on the ground is a
offensive characters
genius,
can be
maybe.
considered a comedic genius. Well,
He was
to begin
funny
my
back in the
argument, I have to
day,
start by talking
but
about new wave Iranian cinema.
He's
In the
fucking-
country of
what?
Iran, it's illegal to make a film which criticizes the Iranian government.
Sorry,
but this
I'll
hasn't
make that
stopped
point
Iranian
later, I guess.
filmmakers from doing exactly that. In order to achieve this, they have to implement a great deal of techniques that allow these films to be made without the knowledge of the government. Oftentimes, these films are improvised and filmed under the guise of a documentary. They use non-actors playing themselves and will base the narrative on real-life events. As well as this,
So
they will
Sacha
film
Baron
entirely
Cohen
on
based his
location with
entire
real
comedic
people
routine off
interacting
of
with fictional characters.
Iranian
This
films?
leads to a mix of planned scripted scenes and unplanned semi-documentary sequences. The Iranian film, Offside, is set during the World Cup qualifying game between Bahrain and Iran. In Iran, women are not allowed to go to football
Iran.
matches, and the film explores the themes
Like
of
he's George W.
patriotism
Bush,
and
man.
women's rights. What makes this piece special is that a majority of the film was shot during the real match, with real interactions with fans at the game. Jafar Panahi didn't have an ending for the film, and allowed the result of the game to indicate the end of the narrative. I've decided to call this type of filmmaking pseudo-realism, as these fiction and documentary elements mix together seamlessly.
This is going somewhere,
making it
correct?
difficult to distinguish real responses to the performed ones. This type of filmmaking is very rare among Western filmmakers, but if you're familiar with Sacha Baron Cohen's work, you can probably already see the parallels. But before I get into that, it's worth talking about character.
Well, Jackass did the same thing if you consider the fucking Keep God Out of California stunts, Party Boy, fucking... What else? What's that other one? All the old man skits and shit like that.
Comedy in the UK. During the 90s, stand-up comedy was very standardized, with comedians projecting likable, relatable personalities with typical punchlines.
Did that guy look relatable and likable?
Perspective of flawed and varied characters that would not be typically seen on stage. One of the leading figures in character comedy at the time was Steve Coogan, who gained notoriety through the character of Alan Partridge.
Hello, I'm Alan Partridge, and this is Sports Desk.
Using this character, he constructed a fake TV talk show called Knowing Me, Knowing You. The show was entirely scripted and was made of actors who would be badly interviewed by Coogan.
Surely the best way to deal with hooligans is to hang them by the neck until the spinal column is severed, thus starving the body of oxygen. Isn't that the best, most sensible way to deal with them?
This cringe comedy resonated with audiences and was a huge hit. A few years later, Sacha Baron Cohen infused Coogan's character comedy with rudimentary pseudo-realistic elements from Iranian cinema.
Is he saying that he did this? I mean, he's just making some leads because Steve Coogan did it first. That was Ali G's whole fucking Sacha Baron Cohen's whole influence.
Everyone being interviewed was a real person.
We have an animal in the studio. Should we get it out? What the fuck is that? What is that?
It's a hedgehog.
By taking away scripted responses and performed awkwardness, and instead relying on real human interactions, the uncomfortable nature of the cringe comedy is accelerated. The exaggerated character of Ali G is strengthened when we see him next to genuine people who sincerely believe him to be real. To call the Ali G show a prank show would be inaccurate, as a prank show revolves around one inevitable bombastic occurrence which we all know will happen and the victimization of more people. In contrast to that, on Da Ali G show, Sacha Baron Cohen will work off the interviewee.
We don't know the old man shit's gonna happen. At least the way it does.
Maintaining the guise of a genuine interview.
But he said that he has taken 22 E's in one night.
Did he have a headache? Did he feel...
Well, he said he was like, you know, he found it difficult to get to sleep. The next day he was really buzzing, and actually the people on the Egham to Ruislip bus said that he drove it better than he ever done it.
Sacha Baron Cohen is able to spontaneously improvise dialogue, which is just as hilarious.
I do agree with that. That is
comedies. Not only this, but his
a genuine
questions
talent,
and
a very
responses to the
important
answers
talent.
are purely dictated by his character motivations and given circumstances, giving us an insight into who Ali G is and his world outside the show. However, this isn't the creme de la creme of Sacha Baron Cohen's work. The Ali G show was just the starting point for him.
Fuck no, you are so wrong. The Borat and Bruno movies are good, but genuinely, like, the best fucking shit that Sacha Baron Cohen did is still the Ali G show, and Ali G in the US, or whatever the fuck it was. Like, not the movie, Borat, not the Ali G movie, I should say. Borat and Bruno were good, and, like, really good. I'll give them that credit, but nowhere near as good overall as the series was.
Develop his skills and make something more ambitious. Borat is a fully pseudo-realistic film with an entire three-act structure, which is founded on its real-world setting and a narrative that's defined through genuine human
It's clever, but it is exactly what he was doing on the Ali G show as well.
Borat is a masterwork in production. It's truly impressive when diving into the background of the film to see how little is scripted or planned out. It goes from hilarious interviews and stunts to scenes with actors progressing the story and character of Borat. But it's when the film manages to do both at the same time that it truly becomes
He got big
exceptional.
titties as a
There's
man.
a scene where
They were
three
behind
frat
me,
boys in
but
an RV pick up the hitchhiking
and I did
Borat.
perfectly
They
block
reveal
them.
Pamela Anderson's sex tape to Borat, who is deeply infatuated with her at the time. This affects Borat as a character and is essential to the narrative of the film.
They just had her sex tape too?
That's her, Borat.
On DVD?
She's not her.
Outside of the film's narrative, these are three genuine frat.
I love these fucking guys as well, man. These are some of the best interactions in the entire fucking movie. Because these guys are more raw and genuine than pretty much everyone else that Borat talks to. They're all just trying to be proper and shit. These guys are just having fun.
Who believe they're in a documentary. And
But did they have just a DVD of Pamela Anderson's sex tape? That's weird for four fucking guys, or three frat boys to have that.
As well as being profoundly amusing and ambitious with its production, Borat fantastically explores the theme of social structure and insincerity in the Western world. As everyone Borat meets is trying to teach him how to behave and change the way
Keeps
he
looking
acts
like
on
it's
people.
me
Borat
that they're referring to.
is agonizingly honest in a world which values fake politeness above all else.
Are you very excited?
Yes.
Hello, USA!
Hello, yes, and I am very excited. I'm very excited to be here. Hello.
He's not letting him fucking say much.
Borat genuinely likes and wants to connect with the people he meets.
The fucking the guy himself, the interviewer, was not really directing that shit at all. Just letting him have like a 40-minute fucking intro.
Race, class, or background that person is. The tragic element of this is that nobody likes Borat, but instead pretends to. This
The
look
frat
into the
boys
merging
like
of
him.
Different cultures and social etiquette couldn't be
Pretty sure
explored
the
with
black
same
guys
degree of
like him.
effectiveness, nor have such an impact if it was a conventional narrative film. The implementation of pseudo-realism allows for these ideas to be explored in the most real way possible. Astonishingly, Sacha Baron Cohen managed to top Borat with Bruno.
Top?
With Borat, there are
Yeah.
aspects which are staged, and the
Yeah.
line between what's fake and what's real is hard to distinguish.
half and
However,
half.
with Bruno,
I don't know.
every interaction with the public is real.
I don't know whether I would say that it necessarily tops Borat, but maybe. I'd say they're at least equal. I'd have to think that one through.
Aside from this.
Also, here I'm in person for
Each sequence has a beginning, middle, and end. They all have a strong comedic presence and narratively continue from the previous sequence. There's a scene with Bruno and his agent. The first act is the two getting to know each other. Bruno wants to be a Hollywood actor, and the agent believes he can get him roles. The second act
'Cause he's a
introduces
fucking
conflict.
twink, mate. He'll
Bruno
sell
is
his
clearly
body.
a bad actor and won't listen to the agent's direction. The third act ends the scene and progresses the narrative further.
I want to be a star.
It's a sequence.
Hollywood movie.
It doesn't have acts.
Can you make that happen? No.
Sacha Baron Cohen makes this look easy, but there are so many bland comedies being shat out constantly that fail to do this.
True.
Bruno
Alright,
as a
fair
character
enough, fair
might
point,
initially
good point.
come across as an offensive caricature, but over time he develops into someone who's deeply layered. Cohen never sacrifices the larger-than-life aspects which makes him stand out as a comedic character, but uses them to create an image of a deeply insecure, fame-obsessed young man. Once again, Sacha Baron Cohen is able to expertly explore the deeper themes and ideas that come with his character, such as celebrity culture, superficiality, and how homosexuality makes people uncomfortable. At this point, Sacha Baron Cohen has mastered the style of performance needed to convince
I gotta be
people that
honest,
he's playing a genuine person.
makes me
He
uncomfortable
gives each
too.
character a
I ain't
unique
fuck with none of
physicality
them
and vocal
fakes.
rhythm that
Nah,
brings
they're
them to
alright.
life. It doesn't take long for the
It's
audience
the
to become
Jews that
immersed
I
in his
want, you know.
characters, forgetting that they're characters entirely.
So you were never gay? But it's ironic that you should have amazing blowjob lips.
Bruno, Borat, and Ali G all possess qualities that make them vulnerable. Whether that's a lack of intelligence, ability to...
I'm sorry, I just want to hear this guy out. Because I do disagree with some of his opinions, but
or
overall,
self-awareness.
he
These
gets
give
at
the
least to
people
an
around
extent
them
what the
an
appeal
ugliness.
is.
The judgment and superiority they feel over Cohen's characters reveal their hidden intentions and beliefs. Although these characters are socially weak, the stereotypes Cohen is building on become empowered, as the people Cohen interacts with are constantly revealed as being more grotesque than the characters themselves. His characters are never victimized for being who they are. Typically, it's uncommon for the cinematic world to frame comedies as important pieces of work, with the people behind them rarely receiving artistic credit. However, if you look at Bruno and Borat objectively,
For comedies?
there are very
Jesus
few
Christ.
films which are able to explore this many ideas in
Aren't there
such
like
a unique
jillions of
way.
fucking comedians
Sacha
that are
Baron
famous
Cohen's
out there?
work has been able to
Maybe I
pave the
missed
way
this
for
point. I
even more
didn't
creators
understand
to develop
it.
this style, such as Nathan For You and Nirvana the band The Show. And we even see pseudo-realism being introduced to genres other than comedy, like in Under the Skin. This style that combines character comedy,
I don't even know
social
what
experiments,
Under the Skin
pranks,
is.
and journalism into something wholly special and original was founded by Sacha Baron Cohen. It's great to see Nathan Fielder from Nathan For You working with
The Walking Dead Part 2 review is out now on yourmoviesucks.org.
Let's take a look.
It'll be
This
on
movie's-
YouTube.
This fucking video is 7 years old. But why not? Get a YMS
Within a
opinion.
week, but you can watch it there early. After watching Bad Grandpa and feeling extremely underwhelmed, I thought I'd give my
that did
thoughts on the
suck
two
quite a
movies
bit.
that did it right, Borat and Bruno. Now, if you haven't watched either of them, I would say watch them right away. So way back when, Sacha Baron Cohen had a
breathe
TV
in
show
the air,
called
man.
The Ali G Show, which is also pretty
Keep
fucking
myself
hilarious.
awake.
And Ali G, Borat,
I'm all
and
good for
Bruno
that,
were
yes.
all characters that he played on the show. Now, when Borat came out in 2006, it was fucking huge. I remember being in school and not even being able to walk down the hallway without someone saying, "High five! Very nice, I'm much." great. The character was beyond impressionable. Who here remembers all the Borat Halloween costumes? It was a movie that appealed to nearly everybody. Like how racists can enjoy this movie for its racism, but other people who are smarter than that and know that the movie's not actually racist but is making fun of racism can enjoy it for that. It's intelligent on a satirical level, but at the same time you don't necessarily have to understand the satire and social political commentary to be able to enjoy this movie. Take away all the intelligent humor and you still have a Bad Grandpa-esque film filled with crude humor and funny reactions. But even if that's all that this movie was, it would still be eons above Bad Grandpa, because this movie took it to the fucking extreme. In Bad Grandpa, all they had to do to get people to sign the release to show their face was to appear from behind a curtain after the gag and be like, "Sup, it's actually Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine. You guys are in a movie. Sign this thing, right? You want to be famous, right?" But there is no way that would fly for a movie like Borat. With the majority of people that had major roles in the film, they got them to sign the release while pretending as if the movie that they were filming was actually a small documentary and that Borat was a real person. You didn't always need hidden cameras to film the shot because the cameraman himself was a character. And I, for one, think that's clever as fuck. Not only was Sacha Baron Cohen so convincing to his victims because he never broke character, but his genius sense of improv allowed him to create hilarious.
I love how people refer to them as victims as well. Jesus.
Recently retired.
You are retired?
Yes.
Physical or mental?
It was that level of quick thinking that helped bring a lot of realism to even the scripted parts.
Now I show you outside from my houses.
And what I love about the writing is that it wasn't just here's a bunch of scripted scenes that we're gonna call the story and here's all the pranks in between. They made an extra effort to make sure that the scripted parts and unscripted parts meshed together perfecly. Like they knew that he needed to find Pamela Anderson on television as the initial incident, but instead of doing just that, they decided that they could prank someone to get to that place. Hell, a lot of the reincorporated jokes are products of unscripted scenes.
I am not attracted to you anymore!
Not only that, but he doesn't just go in, pull a prank, and then wait for reactions. He judges people's character, delivers lines tailored to their personality, and in doing so, he's able to trick people into revealing the most horrific things they could possibly say on camera.
I ain't gonna kiss you. Why not? The people that do the kissing over here are the ones that float around like that.
Are they all alone?
Yeah, stay away from them to kiss.
In my country,
He gets fisted, doesn't he?
They take them to jail and finish
Take them out and hang them.
Yes.
But we're trying to get done here.
The victims in this film are not merely spectators to serve as funny face reactions, but they are now a source of the humor in the film. The film is able to provide more commentary on social and political issues through improv than most films are able to do in a scripted setting. Like, holy fuck, these people exist and they're voting. Now, although there's a huge amount of scenes in this film that are obviously staged, they're not ones that rely on you to believe that it's real to be funny. The scripted story scenes more often than not led up to the gags in a way that made sense, rather than having the gags and story be so completely separate and irrelevant that they might as well be interchangeable. The film wound up being extremely successful, and nearly everybody that made an appearance tried to sue the film. And then came Bruno, which was not as well received. I mean, you can have your preferences about it. I personally enjoy the film even more than Borat, but I would say that on a technical level, they're probably on par. First of all, how much of a testament is it to Sacha Baron Cohen's character acting abilities that he was able to fool all of these people into thinking that his character was a real person, all within only a couple years of starring in one of the most talked about comedies of 2006. Remember, this is just hair and makeup. He's not wearing a layered mask and putting on a fat suit. What sells it is his performance.
Like Borat too. Fuck, he does put on makeup and just wear a fat suit.
Borat. His posture, the way he walks, how his mouth is held open when he's not talking. Again, he's able to use himself as a character pretending to film something completely different than what people think they're actually being filmed in. And just like Borat was able to make statements on racism, cultural differences, and
Alright, give me a sec, actually. Yeah, I'll leave you with Sam the cooking guy. I'm gonna go put my plate out in the kitchen. Just give me a moment.
I got bacon in the pan, we're starting. And about a third of a pound of pretty finely chopped up bacon that at this point is about, halfway between not cooked and getting crispy. We're gonna add a pound of ground beef. Boom, like that. And just start to mix it in. And by mixing it in, I want this pretty finely ground up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want big chunks of this. I want this about as small as you can get it. So just take your time. Over the next 3-4 minutes, it'll start to cook. And then you'll just break it up along the way. This is the perfect spot for you to flex your own individuality. If you don't want to use beef, you could use chicken. You could use ground turkey. You could use ground lamb. You could use ground Italian sausage. You could use a pretend beef, like the Beyond or the Impossible brand. Could you use, tofu, Max?
No.
Yes.
I suppose you could. I don't know that you would get it the way you probably could.
You could, Sam. I think you could.
But feel free to change this up the way you want. And back to the beef.
Oh shit,
when
you
it's
fucking cunt.
about as chopped up as you can get it for now and browned. For me, this is the perfect point to start adding the dry ingredients. And those will be onion powder, about a teaspoon, garlic powder, about a teaspoon, chili powder, about a half a tablespoon, big pinch of kosher salt.
This is boring as fuck. Bring me back to Borat.
Stereotypes. Bruno is filled with statements as well, but they were statements about homosexual stereotypes, fame in the fashion industry. Like, how much of a statement is it that some guy with a camera is able to trick people into doing embarrassing things just under the premise that it's in right now? Do I seriously have to explain the statements they're making about celebrity media as they judge Jamie Lynn Spears' baby before birth?
She's got her arms up like she's an A-lister. Newsflash, you're in a C-lister's womb, am I right?
Worse, I think like D.
Keep it or abort it.
Avoid it.
Everything he does on his quest for fame is a statement on society itself.
Beautiful.
A lot of people like to pass this movie off as stupid and offensive, but it's actually pretty fucking clever. They don't just end the joke at haha we got Paula Abdul to sit on a poorly paid Mexican immigrant, but they take it a step further in the best possible way.
How important is it for you to help other people?
Helping other people is so vital to my life. It's like the air that I breathe and the water that I drink.
Is it not a hilarious statement on censorship when he uses a psychic to channel his dead boyfriend? I mean, it was a tough scene to get past ratings boards, but he's technically not doing anything. The only offense you could possibly take from this scene is what you imagine in your own head. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Which, I mean, most of us have done the majority of this, right? So, pretty in tune with it.
To me, this movie was just as intelligent and satirical and even more extreme than Borat, so it really makes me think of possible reasons as to why it wasn't as well received. And there's a few things that I can think of right off the top of my head. Firstly, I think it's no surprise to say that Bruno was not as emulatable of a character as Borat. No one wanted to do impressions, no one wanted to dress up as him for Halloween.
Everyone wanted to dress up as him.
Definitely more of a social stigma when it comes down to wanting to portray a gay character. Comically racist is okay, but something about Bruno makes people uncomfortable, which gives me even more respect for how fearless Sacha Baron Cohen's performance was. Next, I think that a lot of people had misconceptions about what was staged and what wasn't. A lot of people were calling bullshit in places where they didn't have to. The talk show scene was set up, but that doesn't mean that it was staged. The host was in on it and the child services lady was in on it, but everybody else was legitimately being trolled. Believe it or not, Bruno's agent was not in on it. Larry Charles and Sacha Baron Cohen explain it all pretty well on the Blu-ray commentary, and I love the level of effort that was taken to set up each scene. In contrast to the people who might not like this movie
play the commentary. I want to see that.
There were also a decent amount of people who didn't like this movie because they thought it gave a negative image to the gay community. But seriously, especially if you're not gay yourself anyway, shut the fuck up. Calling this movie homophobic is the equivalent of calling Borat racist. Making fun of a stereotype does not equate to making fun of a class of people. By exaggerating the stereotypes, is he not making a statement on how ridiculous they are? Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be like, oh, Bruno the gay stereotype character is overtly promiscuous and doesn't know how to take care of children. Therefore, this movie is trying to say that all gay people do that. Really, you're watching the gay conversion therapy scene and you're thinking this movie makes fun of gay people and not makes fun of people that make fun of gay people? If you're seriously going to try and reinforce your own opinions as valid under the guise of that's wrong because it's offensive to gay people, is it not offensive to treat all gay people like we're too stupid to fucking understand a joke? What's offensive is the assumption that I would want to censor certain types of media just because
their
hurt
skulls
my
are shaped different to
feelings.
gays.
Grow the fuck up. But what about all the people that might not get the jokes who aren't gay, then that'll only reinforce the negative image of them in their heads? Yeah, homophobic people are going to continue to be homophobic. What else is new?
God.
Like, you seriously think that some on-the-fence person is just gonna watch this movie and be like, you know what? I hate gay people now. When I think about the people that like Borat but hate Bruno,
Are there many people
considering
on the
all
fence of
amazing
whether
social
they
political
hate gays or not?
commentary and satire are still there, it
Seems
makes
like
me
most
wonder
people
if
say,
nobody appreciated
yeah,
that about
or no.
Borat to begin with. Is there seriously that much of the population that only liked Borat
God
that
damn.
much because he said, very nice, how much? Like, nobody gives a shit about the details that make the movie so great for me, but everyone's going, haha, it's so funny he's in a onesie, that's not attractive. Oh, Borat, you want to adapt to North American
The saddest
society,
thing
but you're
is
just
that
so different.
like the majority
Anyway,
of the
call me
movie
a pretentious
actually
faggot,
just,
but I loved
or the
both movies.
audience, sorry, that
Hopefully this
enjoyed them
provided you
as
some
much as they
perspective
did.
as to
It
why you
was
should
just
appreciate
that.
them a bit more.
He's silly,
Everybody
man.
have a happy Halloween, even though I made a video that has nothing to do with Halloween.
Okay. What else we got? Borat and Patrice O'Neill on Q&A. O&A, sorry. Opie and Anthony, I thought it was Q&A. Sorry. We got more Sacha Baron Cohen shit. The Untold Truth of Borat 2. Alright.
The new Borat sequel once again pits Sacha Baron Cohen in character against real Americans with controversial views, and shocking, provocative, and hilarious comedy ensues.
Not hilarious.
Here's everything
It
there
is
is to
anything
know
but
about
hilarious.
Borat's subsequent movie film. Because Borat's subsequent movie film was made so quickly and under a veil of secrecy, the project's existence was something of a surprise. Amazon
was
announced
filming
in
it in the
September
street.
2020 that the film, which had finished shooting only weeks earlier, would be available for streaming a month later. This
'Cause they
belies
put
the
it together
fact
like
that
a
the
big
sequel to
YouTube
the
video.
original Borat film took years and a few false starts to get off the ground. At a conference in February 2007, Rupert Murdoch, the chief executive of the company that owned Borat distributor 20th Century Fox,
Yes.
announced that Sacha Baron Cohen had signed on to make Borat 2. That project was
Might have been a
essentially
lot better.
declared dead in 2007 when Cohen
Thank
told
fuck.
the Daily Telegraph that he was retiring two of his best-known characters, Ali G and Borat. As Cohen told
'cause he was
Variety,
focusing on
when I
Bruno.
was being Ali G
Bruno.
and Borat, I was in character sometimes 14 hours a day, and I came to love them. So admitting I am never going to play them again is quite a sad thing. Cohen went on to other
You're a
roles in other
fucking
things,
liar,
such
aren't
as the
ya?
2016 action comedy
They
The
just skipped
Brothers
over Bruno?
Grimsby, which Cohen promoted with an appearance in character as Borat on Jimmy Kimmel Live. It's possible that Cohen jumped at this opportunity to re-enter Borat's world. The way Borat infiltrated the 2020 Republican CPAC conference didn't go down in reality exactly as
boring.
portrayed in the film.
Just
In Borat's subsequent
hearing
movie
the
film,
same points
Borat
of the
conceals
film.
his unwelcome self under a Ku Klux Klan robe and hood, claiming to be President Trump advisor Stephen Miller. Then Borat safely makes his way to a bathroom where he dons an elaborate disguise to make himself resemble
Elaborate.
a grotesque caricature of Trump. However, when he emerges in full Trump regalia, he's clearly received a professional makeup job. Cohen told the New York Times that he had to wait in that bathroom for 5 hours until Pence finally came out on stage. In fact, the Trump disguise was completed before Cohen entered CPAC.
What?
And this is what was really hidden under the white robe.
Oh, I see.
Speaking of killing time for the sake of comedy, Cohen really did quarantine in rural Washington state with Trump supporting conservatives Jerry and Jim. He lived with them for 5 whole days in the early days of
that's
the
really not
coronavirus
that much.
pandemic lockdown, and he even enlisted his 2 accidental temporary roommates' help in writing the song he'd perform at the March for Our Rights rally as Country Steve. Borat's subsequent movie film obviously features the return of Borat, but the breakout
Maria
character of the
Bakalova?
2020 comedy is Tutar, Borat's heretofore unknown 15-year-old.
She's the only other fucking character in it. How is she the breakout? Jesus Christ, you just attached her to a more famous character.
Daughter who lives in a barn by his
She ain't
house
funny.
and becomes the
She
nation's
really ain't
gift
funny.
to American Vice President Mike Pence. Subsequent movie film marks the Western film debut for 24-year-old Bulgarian actor Maria Bakalova, who prior to portraying Tutar, acted in fewer than a dozen, mostly Bulgarian projects.
Whoa,
None of those
they don't
films
count
are
if they're
particularly well
Bulgarian.
known to English-speaking
Jesus.
comedy audiences in the US and elsewhere, but subsequent movie films' producers still endeavored to make sure Bakalova's performance was a revelation. Pre-release materials claimed that the actress portraying Tutar was named Irina Novak, an imaginary actress for whom, of course, no acting record existed. In reality, Bakalova studied at Bulgaria's National Academy for Theater and Film Arts and beat out more than 600 other women interested in playing Tutar. Subsequent movie film producers put out an open call, and Bakalova sent in a videotape, auditioned in person in London, and Cohen personally selected her to play his daughter. Before she can be gifted to Mike Pence, Tutar undergoes an extensive...
Yeah, shock fucking value for the sake of it. She does a period dance and then shows that she's on her period, but the most shocking thing is supposed to be the fact that one guy says that he would fuck Borat's daughter. No, that he would pay good money for Borat's daughter. I don't even know. How's it going, Rapunzel? Not too bad, bitch.
Say wildly inappropriate things about young women. Subsequent movie film is presented in a way that viewers would believe Cohen and Bakalova crashed a cotillion, but the production actually created the event. Filmmakers rented out the Hay House in Macon in February 2020, telling venue staff that they were making a coming-of-age documentary, and then hired local fathers and daughters $50 each to be extras and take part in what was staged to look like a real debutante ball. However, once the shoot got too risque, Hay House staff reportedly ended filming prematurely
so they were all actors?
and kicked out the whole movie
the rest
film
of the people
cast and crew,
God, how shit is that? It was
Borat's
all pre-planned.
subsequent movie film's debut took the world by surprise.
No, it didn't.
But Sacha Baron Cohen left clues around the United States months before the film hit Amazon. In February 2020, ABC News reported that a Donald Trump impersonator interrupted a speech by Vice President Mike Pence at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Maryland.
A performance
Security escorted the screaming faux Trump from the premises of the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center and sought the assistance of the local Prince George's County Police Department, but no criminal charges were filed against the well-disguised interloper. In July 2020, Page Six reported that former New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani called police over a Cohen-orchestrated prank interview, and the movie also proved correct rumors started by social media posters who claimed to have seen the Borat character driving while being filmed. Late in Borat's subsequent movie film, the Kazakhstan government orders Borat to present his daughter Tutar to Rudolph Giuliani, former New York City mayor and personal attorney to Donald Trump. Tutar agrees to go meet with Giuliani in a hotel room, posing as a journalist. But Borat cannot let his daughter debase herself, and he crashes the meeting, offering himself in place of Tutar. At the exact moment Cohen busts in, Giuliani, who up to that point has been very handsy and flirtatious with someone he believes to be a journalist,
was fucking handsy and flirtatious with him,
with his hands down his pants. Cohen chose that time for his entrance because he grew, quote, quite concerned for Bakalova's safety.
She's 15, she's too old for you.
Cohen told Good Morning America, "It's my responsibility as a producer as well to ensure that the lead actor is looked after." After the scene leaked in October 2020, Giuliani denied any wrongdoing, saying on his radio show, "I am tucking my shirt in, I assure you. That's all I was doing."
Why were you laying back?
Then the attorney took to Twitter calling the footage, quote, "a complete fabrication." Cohen, however, said it's pretty clear what went down. In a brief video as Borat, he mock-defended Giuliani, saying that the, quote, fake news media had made something out of
an innocent, sexy time encounter between a consenting man and my 15-year-old daughter.
One of the most affecting moments in Borat's subsequent movie film begins with some of the film's most audacious satire.
She looks like a woman
Borat, proudly anti-Semitic and believing that the Holocaust didn't happen after reading a denialist Facebook page, heads to a synagogue to commit suicide. He has no money to purchase a gun, so he figures he'll just wait for the next American mass shooting. He disguises himself as a grossly offensive, over-the-top stereotypical idea
it's not even
of a
really
Jewish
over the top,
person,
it's just
but
pretty
gets
shit.
called out on
Don't
his
act like you wouldn't tap
awfulness by
Borat's
Judith
daughter.
Evans,
She
an
is
elderly
24,
woman who
so.
bravely stands up to
She's not
Borat
ugly.
and tells him
I
the
think she's a
Holocaust
model or some
did,
shit as
in
well.
fact, occur, and that she bore witness to it. According to Deadline, Sacha Baron Cohen broke his own filmmaking precedent and let Evans and her companion in on the joke, letting them know that he was making a satirical comedy film
because
and that he himself is Jewish.
Come on, Khan. Oh,
Subsequent movie film distributor Amazon packaged into its X-ray bonus content the complete telling of Evans' Holocaust story. And when Evans died shortly after filming, production helped Evans' family create a memorial website.
Jesus Christ,
Subsequent movie film is dedicated to her memory. However, Evans' estate later sued the filmmakers, claiming that their late relative was not properly informed of the nature of the film and that she had unwittingly helped, quote, mock the Holocaust and Jewish culture.
I don't think that she helped mock
Borat's
the
subsequent
Holocaust.
movie film is the second Borat movie, but it made history as the first film made amidst nationwide coronavirus-caused shutdowns. Within 24 hours of production companies being cleared to start making movies again, the necessarily small subsequent movie film team was out on the road gathering footage. While venturing out during a pandemic is dangerous enough, Cohen felt unsafe in other ways. According to Deadline, he had to wear a bulletproof vest on at least 2 separate occasions, including the day he showed up at a gun rights rally and upset attendees who tried to drag him out of his exit vehicle. Cohen had a big reason
is there
to
footage of
complete the
that
movie
since
in
they
a
had
timely
cameras that
manner.
filmed everything else?
He wanted it to be released before Election Day 2020. Cohen told the New York Times, "We wanted it to be a reminder to women of who they were voting for, or who they're not voting for." Because the coronavirus pandemic led to the widespread closure of movie theaters, Borat filmmakers had little choice but to sign with a streaming service in order to ensure the film reached viewers by mid-October 2020. The winning party, who could guarantee getting it out in time, had a few reservations regarding the film's incendiary political content. Amazon. Check out one of our newest videos
It's
right
just
here.
really, really shitty political comedy. That's the thing. It's not entertaining. You want to hear about Sean Connery? Heard he died.
For
That
decades,
sucks.
he was touted as the best of the Bonds, but there's more to Sean Connery's life than his
What?
days as a secret agent.
What is
On
there?
October
Tell
31st,
me.
2020, the actor died in his sleep in the Bahamas following a long illness.
Bahamas? Fuck
This
it
is
up.
the story of his life beyond Bond.
Not
Born to
bad
a
fucking
working-class
gullet.
family in Edinburgh, Scotland in
Yeah,
1930,
Edinburgh.
Thomas Sean Connery had a
Yeah.
childhood that belied the glamorous life for which he was eventually destined, including leaving school at the age of 9 to begin working to help his family get by.
I used to walk to work in the dark, and my mother went to work at the same time. And then I used to go straight from there at 6 in the morning and go straight to school.
Like many young
Jeez.
people, Connery did not immediately
rough.
gravitate to what would become his very successful career. Instead,
Triumph,
he joined the
the
Royal
comic
Navy at the
dog
age of 16,
at
about
Trump's
a year
rally
after
is
World War II
hilarious.
ended.
What the fuck is
He spent
that?
not quite 3 years in the Navy, earning the title of Able Seaman,
Look at
assigned
this
to the
guy.
HMS Formidable. However, he was discharged at the age of 19
for
because of
what?
duodenal ulcers, an affliction which ran in his family.
Duodenal
Both before
ulcer.
and after his stint in the Navy,
Wait,
Connery took
duodenum
on many
is a
odd
fucking
jobs,
organ,
such as
ain't it?
delivering milk,
Some
bricklaying,
organ?
lifeguarding, and even coffin polishing. In his spare time,
guy
Connery
fucks.
took up bodybuilding, competing
know
in the
that.
1953 Mr. Universe competition.
Oh shit!
Though he eventually
Well
drifted
done,
away
mate.
from bodybuilding, he used his physique as an artist model at the Edinburgh College of Art. Connery was repeatedly praised as one of the sexiest men alive, so
I
it
thought they were
stands
gonna
to
say
reason that he
repeatedly
spent a
fucked.
good deal of his youth engaged in activities that centered on his body and his
By
beauty.
all the artists that he called his
What are you
friends.
supposed to reply to that?
They betrayed
Sean
him.
Connery was nothing if not a very dedicated
cunts.
hard worker. It seems he never rested on his laurels, even if it did take him some jumping around from job to job before he committed to acting. He spent about 8 years modeling and taking on bit parts and chorus parts in stage plays, TV, and film before he got a
Modeling.
foothold in starring roles. His first major part on the silver screen was opposite Lana Turner in the 1958 film Another Time, Another Place. 4 years later, he would assume the role that went on to make him world famous, starring in the original James Bond movie Dr. No. It is startling in retrospect that a man from such humble beginnings became nearly synonymous with the sexy, sophisticated international man of mystery. It lends
Yeah,
credence
because you know,
to the idea
everyone who's ever been born in Scotland has been some kind of fucking hook-nosed homunculi.
that anyone really can become anything if they put in
Never
the
had
effort,
anyone
and if they're
fucking
very,
famous
very
from good
lucky.
old
Once Connery
Scotland.
became Bond, it was all
He's
uphill
Scotland,
for his career.
Alba.
Many actors are the progeny of other actors, and Connery passed his acting genes down to his son from his first marriage, Jason Connery. Though not as famous as his father
He's
was,
nowhere
Jason has
near
enjoyed a
as
steady, stable career
No
since
offense,
appearing at
Jason.
the age of 20 in The Lords of Discipline in 1983. Aside from acting,
I don't
he
even
has
know
also
what that
helmed
means.
film projects as director, starting with the film Pandemic in 2008. And a funny link to his
Which
dad,
is
Jason
what?
played a film version of Bond author Ian Fleming in the TV drama Spy Maker, The Secret
Okay.
Life of Ian Fleming.
Not bad, not bad.
Though Connery was known around the world as Sir Sean Connery for the last 20 years of his life, it was a bumpy road to his eventual knighting in 2000. It was widely rumored that he was twice denied knighthood by Donald Dewar, former Scottish Labour Party politician, because of his political views. Connery is a member of the Scottish National Party, a centre-left party which favors Scottish independence from the United Kingdom. Needless to say, Scottish independence is a bit of a snub to the good old Queen of England, so it's fair to see that Britain may not want to extend the...
It's completely reasonable to want to be fucking independent when you weren't an independent country just a few hundred years ago. Jesus Christ, get this American out of here. You cunts fucking went to war with them. Why can't we at least like go, I just don't know about that actually, Your Majesty.
The honor of knighthood to a man so vocally opposed to its monarchy. Incidentally, Dewar passed away in October 2000, just a few months after...
Honestly, like, being against the English monarchy is like the most fucking reasonable thing you could ever, a reasonable stance you could ever have as a Scottish person. The most common stance, too.
He received his knighthood. Despite Connery's dedication to the Scottish National Party, he seemed to have been very proud of his knighthood. He was credited as Sir Sean Connery in more recent roles. Though Connery's rise from rags to riches makes for an incredible story, there are a few shadier aspects of his life and career. One of those being his allegedly fraught relationship with taxes. Connery was accused of being a tax exile, moving away from Scotland to avoid paying income taxes. He released his tax information in 2003 to dispel these rumors, though there are claims that he would have paid more if he had lived in the country at the time. He again came under fire for alleged property tax fraud regarding a villa he and his wife owned in Marbella, Spain. Though Connery was acquitted, his wife Micheline Rockwood was investigated. Initially, the fraud has been referred to as Operation Goldfinger.
I'm reading the Indonesian guy's comments. He supports the nerds on Biden's side.
Goldfinger. Thank you for the demonstration.
Though he reached the end of his life while living in the Bahamas, Connery is most inextricably linked with Scotland, a place he maintained he would only move back to if and when it gained independence from Britain. But there is another land that has chosen to honor the famous Scot. Estonia.
What?
More specifically, the Scottish Club of Tallinn, Estonia funded a bronze bust of the actor through private donations.
How many fucking Scottish people are living in Estonia? Did you roast him? I just said that... what did he ask? It was something like... oh yeah, why American people hate Democrat now? I said it's not really now, it's just in general. Like, a lot of people do see both sides as like the very worst people that are involved with those sides of politics. Like, you know, treating Nazis as if they're the exact same fucking thing as like Republicans, and treating all Democrats like they're just as good as Antifa and no better. I don't know. It's gay. I just said Americans are too stupid in the first place. Like, most of them can only see things in strict, like, black or white. You have to either be the good guys or you're the fucking bad guys. And that, to me, is just really retarded.
The Scottish Club, begun as a society to sample whiskey, is comprised of Estonians enamored with Scottish culture, as well as a handful of Scottish expatriates.
Because they don't even have their own
Connery
good
is
culture.
not the first influential Scot the club is honored with a statue. His bust joins that of Robert Burns, the 18th century poet, perhaps best known for penning Auld Lang Syne, and often recognized as Scotland's national poet. Tallinn might seem like a strange location for a society honoring Scottish legends, but it's clear that the members, who raised about $14,000 to have the statue made, are dedicated to their cause.
Show me the statue.
Just about every celebrity has a pet cause or area of
It doesn't look that much like him, to be honest. It's $14,000 for that. You only got him to the fucking shoulders too. What an absolute shame.
Activism that they regularly support. For Connery, his own upbringing has prompted an interest in education. He helped co-found the Scottish International Education Trust in 1971 with his friend Sir Jackie Stewart to financially support promising Scots achieve a better education. In fact, Connery donated his entire salary from his work on the Bond film Diamonds Are Forever to the trust, a sum which his website claims was well over $1 million. His philanthropy doesn't stop there, but his site declines to list the apparently myriad charities and worthy causes the
I love that fucking clip.
Instead, it prompts visitors to consider helping others as he has, and lists his main areas of interest: education, culture, and Scotland. It seems he doesn't take his own big break for granted, acknowledging that the help he received as a young man made an immeasurable difference.
Is he friends with Harrison Ford?
Sean Connery is a sex symbol, the kind of man many wouldn't be surprised to learn has a long list of ex-wives and jilted lovers. In fact, he only has one ex-wife, Diane Salento, and has been married to his second wife, Micheline Roquebrune, since 1975.
Oof.
Roquebrune is an accomplished painter who favors portraiture in bright hues. Her gallery available to view on her husband's website. Her long
I love that picture, that fucking picture shown in the background. He looks like he's some fucking Dominican looking to get busy with the pool boy. He's giving him the fuck me eyes. Mate, you can argue about the presidential election all you like, but the real question on everybody's mind is, would you sacrifice your life for Pakistan? Oh, please scream. Oh, please proceeds to scream into mic. Pakistan! Nah, Pakistan sucks, man. Let me look. Pakistan. Only good thing they can do is cricket, and they're not even fucking good at that. Pakistan versus Zimbabwe live? Oh, shot. That was awful. That fucking sucked. That was like the worst point that you ever could have come in on. Am I gonna get flagged for this? Let me watch me cricket. Well, this is Pakistan cricket. Maybe they don't even have copyright. Please? Please don't have copyright. Yeah, this sucks. I don't like that. When Pakistan tried to become a superpower, because they suck, right? You're trying to tell me that they suck. Give me something good about him. Street food in Pakistan, ultimate 16-hour Pakistan. It goes for 35 minutes. Is there a shorter video? 20 minutes. Oh, good. Much better. Only Indians and really white Aussies care about the cricket. What? Really white Aussies? No fucking way, mate. It's the national sport. It's the only thing we've ever been fucking World Cup champions of. Name one other Yeah, exactly. Shut your mouth, mate.
Guys, check it out. It's Trevor James. We are in the world-famous Peshawar, one of the ancient market cities of the world.
Oh, goat meat. Nice, man. Nice.
For an ultimate street food adventure. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is a long
This ain't
time
gonna get
dream
flagged,
of mine
is
to
it?
bring you here. Let's check it out.
What fucking sports do Arabs play, by the way? Oh, football. Invented by the English as well. Which they suck at. Name me one Arabic team that's gotten close to the World Cup final. Don't talk shit about how bad Australia is. I know that they are. I've learned to accept that.
Today, we're bringing you in full on for 7.
Just get the fucking food.
Pulao rice.
Oh, I thought it was goat.
Dar Mazadar. Mazadar.
Oh, stop saying the same thing over and over again. You're making him awkward, you cunt. The Matildas could get a World Cup, yeah, but who would care?
Oh, wow. Look at this mountain, guys. That's a huge mountain.
I can see.
Bones. The bones.
Nah.
Beef bones. It's just
good job,
huge.
man.
And
Very
you can
nice.
see chickpeas and raisins.
Yes,
and
I can
it's
see
scooped up, and we got a
chickpeas eat the fucking
The sweet smell. Mazadar.
Oh my god. This guy was like, oh, why are you so awkward? Please leave those Pakistanis alone. They will kill the shit out of you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's probably killed
Super
80 people.
tender-looking beef. You can smell. Oh, you can smell cardamom and cinnamon and masala. And the dates give it a sweet smell. Mazadar. Mazadar. Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god, please go away.
Very nice.
Please go away. Look, he's just holding the plate there. Sorry, I gotta make sure that he's not fucking reporting my video. He's just holding the plate there, and this guy's like, just take the food, please.
Thank you, bye.
Oh
Can
my
you,
god,
can you
he
slurp the bone marrow? Is it good? This is an
Leave!
ancient
There
city
are like 80 million other people looking to get fucking fed,
I've
card.
dreamed of visiting, and today we are here. It's finally here. Oh, and look at that beef. Oh, and we're gonna get a big bone. Thank you, bye. Beautiful. Peshawar. Mazadar. Oh, the bone marrow. Slurp it.
I want to fucking die. Indians walk up to anyone that's white and start chatting, or start taking selfies like they are celebrities. What? When do they do that? I've seen a lot of Indian people in my time, man. I don't know what kind you got around your area. Probably because the only other people around your area are fucking Arabs, cut. No one wants to take pictures of them. You have to eat it on the same stool you sit on. Leave those fuckers alone, please. Just go and sit in the corner. Yeah, I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna fucking do that. You cunt. Drop it on the floor. In India? Oh, sick, mate. I'm gonna go out, eh? Fucking treat me like a god.
Sweetness from dates. And there's just huge chunks of beef in there. And we got a bonus huge beef bone full of the marrow. And you can just pound it. And the marrow should come out. Oh, there it is.
I don't like this guy, man. I don't like this guy one fucking bit. You look like you're trying to wank that fucking bone. Please go. Just go.
Oh, that's incredible.
You are pissing me off so much. So
sweet from those raisins.
God damn.
And cinnamony. Mmm.
This man's just orgasming.
Oh, and we're gonna make a plate right here. Look
What
at
the
that.
fuck is that?
That's just a mountain.
Yogurt?
That's just
Potato
a mountain
salad?
of banana and apple and whipped cream.
Oh.
He's putting nuts on. Wow. That
Bone marrow is
amazing.
fucking
And some
sick, but
rose
not
syrup.
Indian cooked one. It's Pakistan, you
So
fucking
cool.
cunt. Different.
Thank you, bye. Thank you.
Dickhead.
Look at that. It's like a whipped
Pakistan
cream
is
with
just
rose
shit
syrup.
India, mate.
We got apple and banana.
Go
guava.
away from the fucking cart before you get eviscerated by these sand people. Nice, nice. Okay, maybe they're not that bad. Stop shaking his head! Leave him alone!
Look at this,
Oh,
guys.
fuck,
We've got
I'm
one of the most
cringing so
unique
hard. Please
nuts
stop.
Right out of the tandoor. See, tomato
That
and
looks
coriander and
nice, but
potato,
you are killing me. So.
and it's coming right out of that tandoor. We're making them in the back. And this is just amazing, guys. We just got invited to look in the back at how they make these mad.
Yeah, because they're gonna cut you up and put you into the fucking
to the pizza
tandoor
naan.
card.
Assalamu alaikum. Wow. This is the pizza naan. The naan. Oh, pizza naan. Wow.
God.
Mazadar. Mazadar.
Stop saying Mazadar.
Thank you so
I'm starting to
much.
learn Pakistani and I don't want to learn that.
We're gonna mashed potato,
Hindi?
coriander,
Is it still Hindi there?
Oh, delicious spread, and we're just pumping them.
Oh
into
yeah, tandoors is
this
sick, man.
tandoor. Wow.
Fuck
Right in
yes.
there. That's incredible,
I like that shit.
guys. The pizza naan, and they just came out of the oven. Look at that. Just came out, yeah.
When people like this come to the Middle East, you better know we all talk shit about you in Arabic while you are standing in front. What do you mean you? As if it applies to me, like I'm ever gonna go to the fucking Middle East, God.
Wow. Mazadar.
Why people who go to the Middle East are fucking gay cunts, mate? Absolute gay cunts. As if you would go to like the worst place on the planet for a holiday.
We're gonna get a local green tea here too.
And then like Delhi will be like the Persian Empire. I don't give a fuck about the Persian Empire. Cunt. Nothing relevant or decent has happened for like 2,000 years in Arabia. We have rich destroyed history. Yes, it is mostly in stones at this point, isn't it?
Quality in Pakistan is amazing. Wow. We're gonna cover it in oil.
The Gardens of Babylon.
Beautiful.
Babylon.
Amazing. This is incredible, guys. Coming to
I like this guy.
far.
I like this guy too.
So nice. Shukriya.
Shukriya.
And we got local green tea.
Oh, sick, man. I'll take some of that tea. What is that?
Oh.
Woo!
That is beautiful.
That's a fucking spikes me out. Look at that cunt. Jesus.
Lunchtime now, guys. There's
Lunchtime? That shit before was just breakfast. Ugh.
gravy with chili.
What the
and he's
fuck
mixing
is
it
that?
With, lassi. We're gonna get this.
This guy hates the shit out of him.
Greens
But he knows
with the
that
lassi
this
and
fucking random American's gonna pay like $80 million.
bread in a bowl here.
Peshwari.
Wow.
That's
And
their
that is gonna be
currency.
mixed
Oh, wait,
with the
was that the
salad,
lamb dish
I
that he
believe.
was eating before?
Oh, and here comes the magic.
If you
here.
braided your hair and beard, you could
lassi.
pass
Look
as
at that,
King
guys. We're mixing the
Ashur.
corn flour bread.
Okay, we'll just humor this fucking sand person. King Ashur. Oh, many Assyrian kings had names that included the name Ashur, including above all Ashur-ul-Habil the first, Ashur-Nashirpal Esarhaddon. Okay. Planet, the sun. I don't think the sun is a planet, is it? Pretty sure it's a fucking star. Picture is visible with solar filter in 2013 with sunspots. Oh yeah, it's real white, ain't it? Oh, it's a star, you say? Nothing to do with the planet. Interesting. Let's find out about this fucker. Oh, wow. Great likeness. I can see how you could make that distinction between the two of us. Comparison? Yeah, that's right. I used the wrong word. But I'm Assyrian. What are you going to do? I speak a devil language. What has Assyria ever done for the world? Out of curiosity. Twins, mate. Let's... Assyria. Assyria. There we go. So it goes from Egypt, right? Oh no, that's Assyria. Didn't you guys get taken over by fucking Alexander the Great and then get taken over by the Mongols? Does it even matter what kind of fucking sand tribe you claimed 6,000 years ago? You guys are pretty much just like Chinese at this point, aren't you? Fuck Assyria, I'm not from there. They are flops that suck Centrelink dry and have tax evasion charges. Oh, sick. So what are you again? Lebanese, like that even matters. So you were part of the Egyptian Empire then. Ew. Bet you were one of those dirty slaves they had. Not Jews. Search up Chaldean. Oh, don't tell me you were some Crusader state or some shit. What do you know? I'm Chaldean. Not Kurdish? I didn't say you were Kurdish. I don't know what Kurdish is. No, I know what Kurdish is. Not many pictures on you fuckers. Oh good, page not found. Mr. Gray's History Emporium. Can't be found. Shit cuds, mate. Such shit cuds. Fucking hell. We'll just fucking take a look at him. Chaldean Catholic. I'll just go Chaldea. Oh, here we go. A map that's older than time itself. Not that one. This one. Scythia? Oh my god. This is even older than I fucking thought. When Turkey was still called Asia Minor. Jesus. This is definitely like a 4,000-year-old map. So... Where are you guys exactly? Oh, there we go. Chaldea. So you go from the Persian Gulf all the way up to... Where? Iran? Ugh. Pretty much we dogshot the Empire of Assyria and took over the biggest empire at the time and lost it soon after that. Oh, I swear I've fucking actually seen a YouTube video that's on that. Maybe let me get rid of this disturbing short-cottery picture. Who are the ancient Chaldeans? Fine.
The Chaldeans were some of history's best diplomats and opportunists.
Oh, did you fucking make this deli?
Tribe that migrated up to southern Mesopotamia and lasted for approximately 230 years.
230?
The Chaldean
not bad.
people consisted of 5 tribes. The Bit Yakin, the Bit Dakuri, the Bit Amukani.
They don't even speak English? Oh, that's fucking pitiful, mate. Oh my lord.
The Bit Sa'ala and the Bit Shilani. They were experts in astronomy, math, and writing. Once the Chaldeans had gotten power...
Because they had nothing better to do. They didn't have Nintendo back then. They had to go look at the stars. How fucking fun. Look, I can't even see the stars outside my window. Probably because of all the pollution and shit. But we were smaller tribes, mostly farmers and astrologers, I think. Farmers or astrologers. Like, those were the two main career paths. No one wanted to be a doctor.
Build up and defend their empire. Between 940 and 860 BC, the Chaldean tribes had moved up to Babylon. during a time where Babylon was at a period of weakness, and they couldn't prevent foreign people from invading and settling in their lands. 852 BC. The Chaldean city-states were conquered by the Assyrians as seen on the black obelisk of Shalmaneser the
Oh, I think I know about you guys. That's right. Didn't the Assyrians, like, take over your entire country, and then you adopted their country and were sucking their dicks? And then, when their leader or something like that got taken out, you beat the other people who took over? Some shit like that? I swear I fucking heard that before. President Trump gives shout out to Chaldeans and Little Sisters of the Poor. What? What does that mean? I don't understand that one bit. No, Sam. No, this isn't time for you. Chaldea was a country that existed between the late 10th or early 9th and mid 6th centuries BC. So you didn't even exist in the modern fucking world. God damn. After which this is why I hate the Middle East, because the Middle East always claim ancestry to tribes that existed like 4,000 years ago, that like nothing happened to them within that 4,000 years that was any better. That's not impressive to me, personally. Turkey? See if this fucking video comes up. I can't even remember what the fuck it's called. Turkey history, maybe I should put in. The fuck is that? Kebab King of Turkey? Istanbul street food. Alright, show me that big fucking shawarma. I like it. Trump better recognize, player. Better recognize how shit you are. Ottoman Empire with dogs? Yeah, no doubt on that. But they did fucking win. They did conquer.
What's up and welcome to
so
another episode of Chopstick Travel.
Best,
My name's Luke Martin, and today is day 4 here in Istanbul, Turkey. This is our last day here, and we still have a lot of things we want to try. So we've planned a full day of eating. And if you didn't see yesterday's episode, we tried the most succulent and delicious hog kebab.
Oh, delicious. That does look fucking good as shit, mate, honestly. I would eat the shit of that. He didn't even eat the whole thing. What an insult. I would have fucking downed that. I would have deep throated that shit for that Turk. I would have been like, that's fucking
Okay, I'm just gonna rip
stuff,
a piece
mate.
of this little wrapper off, and then I'm gonna make my own little lamb
Yes,
kebab
can't.
wrap. And look at that.
Fuck, I love
that
me
came
some
off
lamb.
really easily.
Delicious. Cumin?
That is seriously one of the juiciest meats I've ever tasted.
Of course, it's lamb. Jesus Christ. That should be like, oh, this chicken tastes
we've got a
good.
full day
Oh.
of eating planned ahead of
Okay.
ourselves, so let's go get
Was
breakfast.
that big slugs or some shit? That's Turkey? Oh, you can tell that used to be a fucking European city before they took over. Fucking Turks.
So for breakfast today, we are at a little restaurant called
I miss
Ade's,
fucking
and
Constantinople, to be honest, man.
which is a
Istanbul
Turkish
sucks.
style of scrambled eggs, and we just ordered.
Do you think if you
ours
just
up.
started
It is
talking up
absolutely
Constantinople, or just
beautiful looking.
referring to it as
These super,
Constantinople,
super
that they'd kill
creamy
you?
eggs, and
Maybe.
we ordered ours with Turkish sausage, which is called sucuk,
mate.
which is a beef
I know what
sausage
sucuk is.
made with cumin and
Those
spices.
eggs look like
And
mush,
then you
but
can
that
just
fucking
see that
sausage
this
looks
has been
good,
cooked
mate.
actually inside of the bowl that it's served in.
Italy.
So I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. There's
Oh,
also
Ryan,
green
where are
peppers
you
in there,
from? We got to do some
and
research in your
some
ancient accomplishments.
So
Yeah,
over here-
Italy, like one of the biggest and best fucking empires of all time. The Roman Empire. I don't want Rome, the city. Roman Empire still fucking exists today. They're just called the Catholic Church now. Big nose, Hocus. You believe this guy? Not as big as your fucking nose, cunt. Italy, I'll take over. Fucking. What's this region called again? This like sandy shithole. Oh, the Middle East. Middle East of what? Middle implies that it's actually got some kind of significance. Everyone either wants to go Far East or they want to go West enough that it doesn't matter about the middle. Look, Thrace? Ugh. Babylonia. Charax. Mortadella, Mario. What do you guys got? Sand. Sandy. That's all I could think. Tripoli? Well, it's Tripoli, not Tripolis. You can't. Or is that Turkish Tripoli? Crete. Greece. Greece is cool. They still count as Europeans. Barely. Italy. You know, they did a lot of crossbreeding with the fucking Africans and the Middle Easterns, but we'll keep them. They're still pretty cool. But here's where I get... Oh, what is that? No, not around here. Can I get a little bit higher, please? Can we go past the top of Britannia, which is just England and fucking Wales? Alright, maybe this map does kind of suck. I don't think you could control your environment back then, mate. Bringing up sand doesn't change anything. What are you talking about? You could have just moved to a non-sandy spot. Look at Egypt, for example. Like, let's just use a random example. See how they settled on the Nile River, the most fertile fucking region that you could ever possibly build an empire? Yeah. Turns out you can't actually move until the circumstances treat you better, dumb cunt. That's why when the fucking Crusades happened, they stopped at the coast. They're like, we're not fucking conquering any of that other sandy shit. We don't care about Chaldeans. Oh, that's how they laughed back then. Look, Parthians. Who gives a shit, eh? Let's look at the Mongol Empire. See if those Chaldeans were a part of that. Mongol Empire. What's the bet? What's the bet that all of Chaldea was taken over them, by them? So, technically, Delhi is far more Mongolian than he ever was Chaldean. Oh, that's a big boy. That is a big old fucking boy. Jesus Christ. Show me this. Fuck off. I would like to just see the map. Thank you very much. So we got Mongolia. We got China right underneath. It's behind me. Tibet. Siberia. Baghdad. Oh, you cunt, Delhi. They did fucking own your asses. Oh, look at that. It pretty much stops right where the Chaldeans were. Shit cunts. You're a fucking Mongolian, you dumb cunt. Oh, everyone make fun of Delhi for being a Mongol. Oh, disgusting. I don't even want to talk to you right now. I'm actually that unsettled. That's why all of his fucking relatives ended up moving to Lebanon, because they're like, well, we don't want to fucking live in that Chaldean region anymore. Fuck that shit. By the way, is your family from southern Scotland? No. Not exactly southern. I mean Edinburgh. It's not like they're right near the fucking border, so don't call me English or I'll kill the shit out of you. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my god, that is fucking terrifying. That is genuinely horrifying. That's in 1279 that an empire that big existed. Oh, no thank you. Mongolia. Let's see what Delhi looks like, just to get a rough idea. Mongolian. Ew, Delhi. Delhi, that's you. Not that. You're not that proudy. That's you, mate. Oh, Delhi, that's you. What the fuck? Let's see what happens when you type in Scottish. Those proud people. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful white skin. Proud people. Even the dogs look distinguished. What's that? I don't know who that kind of is. What? 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 No. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, huh? Now let's look up Chaldeans. Chaldean. Oh, what the fuck? Why do you all look so brown and nosy? Ooh, slippery fucking gyps, mate. Get him out of here. Chaldean lives matter. Yeah, to who? Delhi. Come on, mate. This is what you're repping? This is what's impressive to you, cunts? Chaldeans apologize, urge Jews to return and offer citizenship. Okay, at least they can do one thing right. Fair enough. God damn. Oh, what a shitty empire. This, on the other hand, Roman wasn't as big. But it wasn't as big as the Mongol Empire, at least. But pretty fucking cool. They got all the bits that mattered, except Scotland. But they would never have gotten that. We all know that that's the truth. Look, stops right below the border. Like, actually, no, I think that's technically part of England today. Nonetheless, Edinburgh is like right around here, so I don't think my family got crossbred. Maybe by some Danes or some shit like that, or some fucking Norwegians. Ugh. Norwegian's still better to be than fucking English, but not much better. France, I mean, they're pretty much just little fucking little Italy at this point. The Spaniards just pretty much copied the Roman Empire's playbook and just like, we're just gonna breed with the natives. I think we're just gonna make everything Spanish or Roman. Artaxata. Look how many mountains are in here. It looks like there's a big, massive storm, like on the surface of Jupiter. Who the fuck would ever want to live there? Now let's look at Delhi's region. It was around here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, you cheeky fucker. So the Romans owned your asses as well. I love how they fucking completely skipped the Saudis. Who wouldn't, eh? At least we have lower chance of being SJW feminist vegans. Yeah, you just chop women's clits off instead, I guess. Yeah, that is far better. Better solution. Big old Mongolia. Thank you for pointing out my mispronunciation. I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, fair. Look, fair. Right above Italy, you do have that same mountainous region. What is that? The Alps? It is the Alps. That looks like it sucks. Okay? But no one's living there. Everyone's living in the boot. And what an elegant boot it is, too. Look at that. Oh. Alright. God damn. The Romans really did pick all the best places. They didn't even go too far into fucking Germany. Oh, wise choice. You don't want to know what's on the other side of there. Germans. Didn't get Poland. Didn't go for any of fucking Russia. Because, who would? Just went... They got Middle Eastern spices or some shit. Opened up trade with China. Got some of Northern Africa. Not the rest. Because we all know Northern is the only fucking way to go. Got Spain. So they got beautiful, delicious jamon. Some Portugal. Pretty sick. Fucking France, butter, and other things. They did get Belgium and Luxembourg as part of the deal, but, every fucking house has a leaky sink. That's not the least bit true. BRB, getting shower? Buying one or taking one? We didn't have everyone was far more advanced and developed. We didn't have soldiers like the Romans or anything. How the fuck are you advanced then in ancient times? The only thing that mattered is how much you could fucking conquer and who you could kill. That's like, no, it didn't matter about being a nerd. I mean, like Socrates and fucking Archimedes and all that shit, they were pretty nerdy, but at least they had like big jock bully boyfriends to defend them if anyone tried to fuck around. God damn. Give me more of the kebab king.
A chai. I'm gonna drop in nice little sugar cube here.
Sick.
Mix that up.
Fucking sick, my man.
Of course, this is served with a huge mountain of bread, sort of like a baguette style bread. So another thing you're gonna want to do with this menemen is add a little bit of salt and pepper. No. So I'm gonna add some salt in here and add a little bit of pepper. It's not really seasoned before they serve it to you, so you're gonna want to season it yourself. And this is just super, super creamy. Check that out.
Oh, I hate cinnamon flavor more than anything else.
Oh man. It kind of reminds me of chili, like chili stew, but I think actually I could add a little...
Those eggs never get any firmer. They just stay mush.
Bit more spice. They've included some chili pepper flakes on the table.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add just a little bit of this in here. It is smoldering hot. There's oil forming on the top of that. And let me grab some bread here. Rip a piece off.
Do the cinnamon challenge? I wouldn't even willingly eat one fucking cinnamon jelly bean. Disgusting. Cinnamon sucks. Cinnamon donut's pretty good. But it's wood, right? It's just the bark off of a fucking tree.
Kind of home-cooked comfort
Not
food.
disappointing.
Man, that's good. So it is quite a plain dish before you season it. You're definitely going to want to season it. I like it with a little bit of chili pepper. And I love the Turkish sausage in there, that sucuk. Look at that bite. There's a ton of that sausage. Man. And then
making me
lapping it all up
uncomfortable.
with the bread.
If you're not feeding it to me, feeding it.
So that place is especially convenient if you're staying
Who
in
the
the
fuck is this
Texan area
now?
like we are. For breakfast, you can go there. It's open kind of all day
Who the
and
fuck
also
is this?
early in the morning. It's really good. We are headed right now to a palace to kind of digest the food before we go on to the next one.
Are you with the guy? Okay, I get it.
Turkish is one of those languages that is quite hard to pronounce, and the name of
Yeah,
this
because
palace
it's a
is no
fucking
exception, so I'm going
amalgamation
to
of
put it
like
on the bottom of the
480
screen
other
here.
languages of
But
random
we are here in
tribes.
Palace now, and from what I understand, this is where the sultans moved after leaving the Topkapi Palace.
Yeah, so we were just at the Topkapi
Topkapi, what is it? Topkapi Palace? Yeah, I wonder why they moved there. Probably because it was the European design palace that looks far nicer.
Bottom of the screen here, but we are here at the palace now, and from what I understand, this is where the sultans moved after leaving the Topkapi Palace.
Yes.
Topkapi. Cup-B. Topkapi Palace. Let's see if this autocorrects. Let's see whether it looks better. It's just a fucking castle. Oh my god, that looks like where you'd put people in the dungeons, mate. What a shithole. Okay, that's pretty nice, actually. But yeah, clearly the European design one better is a lot fucking cooler. No one wants to live in that. In that fucking shit right there.
So we were just at the Topkapi Palace yesterday, so we're gonna come and see where they moved the Ottoman sultans, kind of this modern day.
The Ottomans were
palace, and
such
there's, like,
fucking
calligraphy
European
inside,
weebs,
different
mate.
artists
They
and stuff.
loved that
We're
shit.
gonna go in and check it
That's
out.
why they took Constantinople in the first place, because they didn't have anything better on their side of the fucking fence. Look how much better this fucking looks. Europeans really did have it, mate. Best fucking cunts. Anyone who says why people don't have culture need to get their fucking head
Finished off
examined, mate.
exploring the palace. That was absolutely extravagant. It is so beautiful and really large. Unfortunately, there was no pictures allowed inside.
Hocus, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm taking a shower too. Can you speak louder so I can hear you? I like to be naked too when your stream is on. Nice. Nice. I was just talking shit about how Turkish people don't have any culture.
We are finished now, though. It has started raining a little bit, but I think we're going to head to get lunch now. We're going to get a doner kebab.
Doner! Doner! Cunt! That's what the Turks say as well. They're like, you get their doner. Doner kebab. They don't say, I want to have a doner. No. I like this guy. He got a good fucking
so
attitude
we have come
about
to
it.
get our doner, and we are just blown away already
Giz.
from this spot because
Giz,
he
you
has
can't. I love that he
literally
sweeps it into a
probably
broom
the
pan.
world's largest doner
Dustpan.
kebab I've ever
It's
seen,
lamb
for
kebab
sure.
or nothing.
I'm not
Go
sure if
home
there's
if you
bigger
want
one
a
in the
beef.
world. Let me know down in the comment box.
Chicken is
if there
fine.
is, but
I
this
always
guy
go
is
mixed,
like
mate.
the
That's the
king of
fucking way.
kebabs. He's got this huge.
But lamb is
vertical
the
spit
juicier meat
with
out of
all
that,
lamb meat
and
roasting,
fucking
and it
beef.
just
I mean, if you're gonna
smells
get
incredible. We
doner
ordered
as well.
ours up. We ordered
Doner
the kind,
kebab.
the pide kind, which is with this nice soft.
I hate
bread.
that.
There is
Give me like a
tomatoes
wrap,
and
mate.
peppers
That's
in there,
that's
but
my
it's
fucking
really all
form of
about that
kebab.
meat. So let me dig into this. This just looks too good.
History of Turkey. Here it is. The Turkish century, from Hittites to Ataturk. Kraut, that's his fucking name. Chili and garlic sauce, no barbecue and garlic. I always go garlic and hummus myself.
What ties a people to their land? What makes land yours? How can land even be? The idea of the nation-state is barely 200 years old, and before that idea, the notion of land as a collective property of a cultural
Kingdoms
or
and
national construct
fiefdoms
didn't exist. The land was owned by kings, and we lived on their land by their grace. The
Fuck
peoples
oath.
who worked the lands had no rights over these lands, but were instead tolerated by kings, who themselves claimed to be tolerated by gods.
That's
the
why you
modern
don't get.
nation-state
You
had
better
to forge
put
identities to justify their existence.
That's why you want to pick up a fucking sword. Unlike the Chaldeans, if you want to actually make anything in a world like that, you got to be a badass.
as
A big
sovereigns
balls
over the
badass.
land. There are many means and ways to forge such justifications. Our most modern one is derived from
Hummus is a
adherence to
substitute
common
if you
values
can't
or
have
through
garlic
an
at the time. You
integration
don't get
through
both.
language.
Yes, you fucking
Because of
do.
that,
I do,
the
because I don't give a shit.
academic
I'll
histories
fuck
of
you
lands
up.
are mostly
You're a dumb
separated
cunt,
into
Billy.
two
Why are you being
parts.
such
The
a
story
dumb
of the
cunt?
land
Everyone's
itself
yelling at
and
you.
the story of those
I'm trying to
who
get him
live
to calm
in it
down, but you
now.
keep saying dumb
and
shit.
this place here is a great example of that.
Is that Australia you
situation.
said?
The region
You made me
is
miss
now
it because I was
mostly
going
known
after some
for the
jelly
name
beans
given
and trying to
it by its
chastise you.
modern-day nation-state, Turkey. The geographical terms for it are Anatolia or
Anatolia.
Asia Minor, being Greek for East or Latin for Little Asia. And the story of Anatolia is a story separated into a part before those currently inhabiting the region and the story of those who inhabit it now, but also the stories of those that came before those that came before those that inhabit it now and those that came before them and those that
There's a
came
lot of
before
them, you
those.
see.
Throughout the millennia, many came to claim these lands, mainly claiming it though through one thing, a right to land through conquest, as these lands are extremely valuable and probably one of the most sought after and valuable pieces of real estate in the Mediterranean.
How you figure? Oh, you gotta tell me.
Surrounded by mountain ranges on all sides, the
This one's gonna be
central
about
Anatolian
Borat, but now I'm on
plains
the
with its
Turks and
rivers
just
and
the
the
Middle East in
downpours
general.
from the Mediterranean spill
Cunts.
out into vast fertile plains that were ideal for early agricultural-based settlers, such as the Kultep civilization. Around
Can you say the
10,000
same of
years
the
ago.
Chaldeans?
The settlers of this region also discovered another enormous advantage of the region: the vast natural resources, specifically important for the first metal age that they would help kickstart, namely the copper ore in the Pontic Mountains.
Yes,
The oldest known
lad.
copper relics, which
That
are around
those look pretty
10,000
shit,
years
to be
old,
honest.
have been found in
But it
this
is pretty
region
early
of
on. What do you
Anatolia.
do?
Through digging up and dating copper relics, we know that this region of the world is the epicenter from which the Copper Age began. Being that
Sick.
copper was the most modern technology of the time, it turned the region into a center for trade and connected its civilization to the southern civilization.
I just
of
want
the Halaf
fruity jelly
culture
beans.
based
Don't give me
in
any,
modern-day northern Syria.
like, milky
This trade
flavored
was made
ones or
easy
shit
for yet
like that.
another benefit of the Anatolian geography. Anatolia is the origin of the two most important rivers in the Middle East, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Copper could be shipped downstream and traded for mirrors, pottery and grain that the succeeding Mesopotamian civilizations had to sell. Cometh the Bronze Age, cometh a new civilization, the Hittites, and the region developed into
Disgusting
one of the most
people.
prosperous of the ancient
Oh, no,
world.
they're pretty cool,
If the
I guess,
Hittites
by
or
his
Indo-European peoples came to
opinion.
Anatolia
But
as
now they're pretty
migrants
shit.
or conquerors is not known. We only know that they came with the Bronze Age and stayed. Bronze is made 9 parts copper and 1 part of tin, which makes tin a resource in need. Again, this region is the epicenter of the Bronze Age.
Cyprus, ain't
and
it?
the Metal Age.
With
But
fucking,
we do not know where the tin
with tin?
came from. There are
Cyprus,
large
probably.
tin deposits in Britain, northern France, Portugal, Spain, Malaysia, and Nigeria, which for their part explain the burgeoning Bronze
And
Age
fucking
civilizations
Cyprus,
in these places wants to know how reach it,
Dickhead.
but not so much in Anatolia. The origin of the tin used to make bronze in Anatolia is still somewhat
That was a
mystery.
swastika on that
Tin,
fucking-
due to its
Oh,
chemical
that saddle. Did you see
composition,
that?
can form into tinstone or cassiterite, which, similar to gold, can form at riverbanks in what are called placers that can be scooped and collected. Our safest
Nice.
bet is that this is how the tin was acquired in the river
I'm
landscapes
blocking
of
him.
Mesopotamia
Sorry.
and Anatolia. The bronze made out of
Is
that
this okay?
tin and copper brought
This
wealth, but
okay?
also the
Huh?
Bronze Age collapsed,
Okay.
during which the Hittite Empire fell apart into small bickering states to eventually be conquered by the Assyrian Empire. Even though often described as
Shit,
an
cuz.
Assyrian colony, it is far more likely that Anatolia was one of the more important and significant regions of the Assyrian Empire, and not
Nice.
just a foreign place.
Still part of the
conquered and
Assyrian
plundered.
Empire, though,
A
right?
3,000-year-old ship
that's
found off the coast of Uluburn, loaded with dozens of tons of copper, tin, bronze, gold,
Jesus.
as well as ivory, point to the significance of Anatolia as an integral part of the Assyrian Empire, as do the various Assyrian
But this was
artifacts
4,000 years
found
ago,
in
right? So it doesn't
Anatolia.
even matter.
Yet as the Hittite Empire declined, someone else also took up shop on the other side of Anatolia.
Who was it?
Lydia appeared around 3,000 years ago and took advantage of yet another great geographic benefit of Anatolia, its vast
coast?
coastline
Uh-huh.
protected by mountains.
The only part
Ideal
that
to
actually
go out
fucking
and
matters.
trade through the Mediterranean, but with the added benefit of the mountains providing protection from any potential invasion by sea. Lydia managed to fight off nomadic raiders such as the Scythians and Cimmerians, and access to the Mediterranean brought Lydia under early Greek influence and trade with Egypt, which in return allowed
See,
it to
cuz, mate,
prosper.
making big
Meanwhile,
bank.
on the other
Egyptians
side of
and the
Anatolia,
Greeks,
the
they
Assyrians collapsed
yeah,
into
when they're not
bickering
making love to
states of
boys, not so
civil
much the
war that
Egyptians, but
neglected
when
many
they're not making love to
provinces of their
boys, they got
Western
pottery, they
which
got
allowed
gold,
the
they
nomadic
got
Scythians and Cimmerians
weapons.
to raid its Anatolian lands, and eventually for the Achaemenids to roll in and take it all over.
what?
And here we reach a
what?
moment where history mixes somewhat with legend and myth. The last king of Lydia, Croesus, visited the oracle of Delphi asking if he should go to war with the Achaemenids. To which the oracle replied, "If you go to war, a great kingdom shall be destroyed."
Can you guess which one it
Croesus
is?
went to war with the Achaemenids, and consequently, the kingdom of Lydia was destroyed as the Achaemenids conquered it.
Dickhead.
However, as much as the Achaemenids must have
Classic
enjoyed their
Macbeth.
power over Anatolia, they didn't make it their new home, but a satrapy, where local Greek colonists and city-states increasingly resented their Persian overlords, which in
Why are
return
these
was
jelly
a
beans so
perfect
stuck
justification
together?
for the Macedonians to invade the place and kick the Achaemenids out of it. This began a long period of Hellenic dominance in Anatolia, however not
cool,
through a
man.
united Greek ruler, but several states, kingdoms and entities, such as the Seleucids, Pontus,
Seleucids,
and
isn't
Pergamon,
it?
who warred
Maybe
and
it is
bickered
Seleucids.
over land and dominance
I
over the
think it's
landmass. It saw the arrival of the Bithynians in the
Whoa.
Bosporan Straits, a
Fuck, not the
Thracian people
Bithynians.
from modern-day Bulgaria who Hellenized and founded a city and kingdom at a strategically
From
important
Bulgaria?
position. The arrival of the Galatians, who were a Celtic tribe
Gives a
from
shit.
modern-day Hungary, who migrated into Greece, sacked several cities, and then migrated into Anatolia to settle there. There, they would be neighbors to the Cappadocians, an Iranian kingdom in central Anatolia. Combined with an
So did
Armenian
anyone
expansion westward, this
Turkish
shaped
ever own
Anatolia's
this
cultural makeup
until like
for centuries
6,000
to
years
come
later?
as a diverse place of many different cultures, languages, and peoples. And this multitude of cultures, combined with the strategic importance of the landmass,
Delhi, get
made
your boy,
especially
man.
the coastal regions.
You think
rich
Turkey's
and
cool as
powerful.
well?
Greek
Nah, probably
kingdoms
not.
controlled
Not
trade
as cool
from
as the
Black Sea into
Chaldeans.
Mediterranean. Galatian mercenaries served in Egyptian armies, and the Armenian kingdom kept growing. Then came the Romans, who didn't drive anyone away, but simply made everyone Roman. Under the Romans, the wealth
Which
of
is
the
the way
region
to
didn't
go,
decline,
obviously.
but increase. More importantly, as Anatolia could be used as a base of power.
I just
through
finished
which rivers and
getting
road
dry.
power could be
What did he
exercised
say?
over
Oh, he
Levant,
just said the
Mesopotamia,
Chaldeans suck.
and by that extent Egypt. The importance of the province that the Romans named Asia Minor kept growing and growing. In particular, the importance of its biggest city, Bithynia. Financial, political, and military power gradually.
I haven't even
shifted
heard of
from the
none of these
Roman
places.
Empire
Turkey
eastward
sucks,
to
man.
Anatolia and the Bosporus.
I want somewhere I
Strait.
actually
Culturally,
understand.
this changed the makeup of the Roman Empire in the east. It became more Greek, as the people in
Whoa.
the cities were predominantly.
Ah, the
Greek. It is
Eastern
where the
Roman
Romans
Empire, I
started
see.
adopting Christianity with a
Interesting.
distinctive Greek touch to it. After
Because
the
they all
death
look
of
Greek.
Rome's first Christian empire, the city which he had helped expand as the new capital was named after him. And
Constantinople.
subsequent emperors divided the empire into two,
Yes,
of which
Khan.
the Eastern Empire would be the only one to remain. As such,
Eastern
it
Empire
endured
was the
further
best,
centuries
really. Like
from
they
its
just
capital at the
they just had the
Bosporus,
most
with its
money.
heartland in Anatolia,
done.
even as it lost much of its empire, first to the Sassanids and then to the first caliphates. Someone, however,
did get it back
who is
eventually,
not to
though.
be seen in this, the first years of history of this mass of land, are the people who this video is about.
The
They
Turks?
spent those years elsewhere, and at around
The Asian
1200,
steppe?
they were about to make
Uh-huh.
their great entry into this story.
Yeah, that Turk's gonna fuck you up. What the fuck? Why is this
10,000
disliked
years
it for
ago,
me?
our ancestors
Shouldn't they?
were all
You
nomads.
can't.
For the first several 10,000 years of our species' existence,
like that
man
fucking
and
boat scene,
woman
mate. Very
were
cool.
wanderers. The discovery of fire, the first to make tool flint, and those who painted the vast, beautiful cave paintings in places such as Chauvet in France, were people constantly on the move. And move they had to. The protein they relied on for their diet was meat, which is a more concentrated protein than plant food. Eating
Legends,
meat
mate.
also cuts down the time spent eating by 2/3. But meat is harder to acquire, especially for a slow creature like
Not for
a
me,
human
mate.
being having
Go
to
to the
hunt
shops.
creatures that
I
are
got
adapted
money.
to fleeing far
Don't worry,
faster
boys, some
predators
meat.
than men.
Some
To be
meat,
able
boys.
to hunt such prey, it requires specialization and collective effort. And it also requires movement, because hunting cannot sustain a growing population at one spot over time. The extent to which a patch of land can sustain a hunting population is limited by the game being hunted, its cyclical
Give me a
patterns
time-
of migration, and that
timeline,
leaves
you know?
hunters with the very
6
stark
months?
choice of either moving with the game or starvation. Early humans didn't become nomads by choice, but because they had no other choice.
That's right.
At around 10,000 BC, something happened that disrupted the nomadic lives of many early humans. The Ice Age ended. And with the change in climate and landscape that
Is that a bad
reshaped the
thing?
world's geography, river valleys and vast fertile plains capable of sustaining agriculture formed that invited these early people
What
in
the fuck
to
is that?
settle.
That's a
However,
motorcycle.
in
He
free
riding a
regions of the
motorcycle.
world, geography still lent itself to the life of the nomad. the plains of North America, the savannas of Africa, and the vast steppes of Asia. As people settled in the Fertile Crescent, the Nile Valley, the Indus River Valley, and the Yellow River Valley, the peoples of the steppe had no place to settle. The agricultural revolution of 10,000 BC also brought a new addition that affected the lives of nomads as well. The domestication of animals. Reindeer, goats, and sheep domesticated changed the nomad life from hunter-gatherers to herders. Through this, the nomads took upon themselves the responsibility of nature, providing food to the herded animals required the nomads to continue traveling in search of pastures to graze. A nomad's life is a harsh and unforgiving life. Life is an endless ritual revolving around the
Just think, this is what DF does every day of his life.
The dogs, the goats, take center stage in life and community. A tribe's value and strength are measured
they don't even
by
look
its
cool
animal,
or nothing.
Constant moving.
No, that is pretty sick. If I had a fucking, if I had a train of reindeer, I think I would maybe trade off and live in a place like that.
Survival
for a week or
requires
so.
a simple life as a nomad. Within settled civilizations, the surplus in food allowed for a surplus in labor pool who could specialize in masonry, metalwork, writing, governance, and more. However, specializations within settled communities have disadvantages compared to nomadic civilizations. A farmer is specialized to be a farmer. A mason is specialized to be a mason, neither
Not
a
if you
warrior.
trade
In
them,
comparison,
train them
a
in something
nomad
different.
will always be a herder, a hunter, and a warrior at the same time. Civilization also comes with civilization diseases, which most nomads avoid, resulting in longer average life expectancy for a nomadic
I don't want to get no testy
And in that
pops.
position, a nomad can also acquire technologies of settled peoples by simply taking them or trading them. One of the largest geographic landscapes in the world are the Eurasian steppes. They stretch out from the Balkans to the Pacific coast over a total of over 4,000 miles in length and up to 1,000 miles wide. This vast landscape is almost in its entirety flat.
I highly
grassy
recommend watching
plains
this series,
stretching
by the
out
way.
endlessly
Kraut,
into the horizon, dotted with a
K-R-A-U-T
few
on
deserts and hills. Only a few mountains
on
and
YouTube.
lakes pierce
He's got a
through
fuckload
this
of
endless
really
landscape.
great videos.
There are no rivers to settle around, no large fertile fields to irrigate, no
His voice is so fucking boring. Well, he's got a lot of shit to fucking cover, doesn't he? Maybe you're boring. Do you ever think about that? Okay, you can have your own opinion. That's fine. You want to find out about the Ottoman Empire?
Yes, the Ottoman Empire. A land of proud history,
Yeah,
unique
that
furniture,
sounds interesting.
and criminally underappreciated Assassin's Creed sequels. Between its rise in the 1300s and its dissolution after the First World War, the Ottomans have been around for a good long while, and they spanned a lot lot of the Mediterranean in the interim. Early modern European...
Persia,
If
yes.
you,
Let's
like
go
me,
off
learn-
of fucking of Delhi's famous fucking tribe.
about the Persian Wars from the Greek perspective, or have even so much as heard of the movie 300, you might be inclined to view the
Oh, I like
Persian
that music in
Empire
the
as some
background.
kind of
Age
first
of
order
Mythology,
level
mate.
big
Great
bad,
fucking
but that
series.
couldn't be farther from the truth. Persia is often
I'm gonna tie
branded as
my
the
hair up.
antagonist because of
I'm
the
gonna go
wars
to bed
with
soon,
Greece
so I
and the
won't have
general
my shit
Hellenistic
fucking
centric
tidy.
take on that particular
have to-
branch of ancient
Where is
history,
my hair
but I
tie?
hope that I can show
There
you
it
why
is.
even someone like me, a full-on Hellenist classicist who loves ancient Greece more
I'm
than
not
he loves
Persian.
most
We
people,
didn't
can
have
see that
that
Persia
big
has
of a nation. I'm
fascinating and
joking.
amazingly unique
But
history
I was
that's
just
so
trying
much
to
more than
attribute you
just
to
being the
people
bad
who are
guy in a
actually
Zack
cool as
Snyder
opposed to the Chaldeans
Mesopotamian
who
history
were
before Persia
lame
is
and
certainly
gay.
interesting, but it's easily
Is
its
that
own
okay?
topic, so I'll skip
Cool,
it.
sick,
For now, just know that it existed. Our story begins in the mid-500s BC. The big kid in town was the Median Empire, and they had a reputation for being mean to their subjects. So some people to the south, Persians, and in particular this guy Cyrus, wanted to have a go at conquering them. Cyrus didn't really have a big army, but he was smart, and he garnered a lot of military and political
this is
support
pretty
from some of
gay.
the annoyed Median nobility. He
I
managed
liked the other guy better. The guy talking about the Turkish.
It's possible to draw a map with
This
borders
is cool.
detailing
I like
which nomadic
this.
tribe
Oh,
lived
yeah, I
where
like
and
Sam
which
the
parts
cooking guy
of these
too.
vast lands.
Motherfucker.
However, for people constantly on the move, owning land makes no sense. The idea of a border also makes no sense. The only border a nomad knows is
should
an
go-
ocean a horse can't
really should
run,
go back to
a
street
jungle
food,
a
huh?
horse can't.
Lassie, curd, and
Pause.
ice, and then here comes
This is more from fucking Pakistan. Oh, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. Let me see where else this fucker has gone. Street food in Malaysia. What? Go somewhere fucking cool. Come on, mate. Jesus. Does he ever go to Australia? I wonder. Probably not. Probably fucking not. Fire dumplings, 100,000 per day. Okay. Uzbekistan. Oh, speaking of somewhere cool. Seriously, all these cunts just cook all this shit in a big clay oven. They got no microwave or nothing.
That is next level. There it is, the Tandoor Gosht. All right, check it out, guys. It's Trevor James. We are deep
All Muslim as
in
well.
Asia
Like,
on the
hell
Silk
shit.
Road, Bukhara in Uzbekistan, and today we're bringing you
At least the two gay boys from BuzzFeed came to Australia. Oh, the fucking like fucking compare the food.
Guys, and before we get into this big
There we go.
whole tandoori
The
lamb, I wanna give a
Food
big
Ranger
thank you to this episode
Australia.
sponsor, our
Let's see
good
if he
friend
has
over at
actually been here. Oh my god, he has. You can't.
Wow, look at this. That is crazy. This is
Flying to my DNA homeland, extreme street food. How is this Australia? Malaysia street food. How the fuck is this Australia? Any of this? Travel Sydney, Australia, street food, and Chinatown by night. You fucking cunt. This isn't even the same YouTube channel either. Oh, am I actually back now? Sick, sick. Okay, I'm still gonna finish off anyway. Might as well. I made enough fun of the fucking Middle East for now. I gotta get up for work in several hours. I wouldn't mind a decent sleep though. Batman the animated series for Comtown? Well, if it's Comtown, then you got no problem with me watching it, fella. A super best friends cast moment. Guts gets off the boat. Okay. Okay. Demon Souls full game? What? The original or?
Oh, Masa.
Ah, yes. It may be in 4K, but you know, it doesn't look too bad, really. All things considered, it could be a lot fucking worse. A little blurry though. Does much happen in this? It has only been going for like 20 minutes or so. So, cool. Nice. Alright boys, take care. Have a good night. I'll start working on a new video at some point soon. I've got a couple of ideas that I want to do. I just felt like the Halloween one felt a bit forced. I don't know. Maybe after watching through some of the content on the editing software, it'll be a little different, but we shall see. Alright. Why is Ryan able to fucking write that salute, but not me? You didn't put a space between yours either. Look, all you cunts can write it. Comes up with a wave for me. I don't like that. Thank you very much. And good night, sweetie pies.